Can I get a mic test? How do I sound, everyone? T-Ball Sub, hello. T-Ball Sub, you are here, so we will begin this stream by opening the gift that you sent me. Hold on, I'm gonna grab... Do I have any? Yes, I do. I'm drinking whole milk tonight. No, I'm not. We're relaxing tonight, everyone. Hey! Thank you. Fairy Devon, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Thank you for your continued support. Mike is good. Thank you. I sound thrilling. Viking Kate, welcome. How are you? Viking Kate. Almost a full baby. That's true. I was baked for about 11 months, though. I came out 11 pounds, like 14 pounds, 11 months. Six Flags. I realized, up until now, I, or the caller, has been the one to dictate the conversation. And I realized that I've never left it up to fortune and chance. Tonight, all of the conversations that you will hear will be dictated from a random question generator, truly leaving it up to the universe, truly leaving it up to chance. There are no re-rolls. There are no bad questions. There is nothing that is off limits. For tonight is just you, I, the grand orb of pondering, the grand ball of pondering, some new hot camera angles, and you and I. And I realize that I need to make sure I'm ready for everything. We're going to get started in about 3 minutes. I'm going to open up a gift. What is reality? That might be a question. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Squirrel Guy, how you doing? Cult Mama. No passing. There is no passing unless you feel that question is truly not your destiny. But I urge everyone to try to take the randomness that the universe throws at you and run with it. Ivan the Deemster, no Jinjos tonight. Only the future, only the present, and only a randomly generated question from the internet. Gamma, how you doing? I have gas to pass. Incredible. Bottle it inside of a jar for years and open it on a rainy day. No Junjos any fucking... That's not true. The last time that I streamed Just a Little Pigeon, a little over 72 hours ago, there were Jinjos. There are no Jinjos. There is only Zool. Pelp. How are you doing, Pelp? Drink the death juice tonight. Drink the delicious ooze. It wouldn't make sense to have the Jinjos tonight, because tonight is not about anything besides the conversation that you will have with me and all of us, where the topic is decided by a randomly generated string of characters that the internet thinks we should be talking about. But actually it's coming from a delicious orb in the center of the room. What is the time check here? What do we got going on here? 9:08. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, everyone. 2 minutes. I like to start at 9:10 because that gives me a solid orb. Yes. Tim shuts the doors. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your work. Work hard. Do not let work consume you. Burls, how are you doing? How long do snails sleep? That could be a question that you will see here tonight. There are questions like that, but there are also not questions like that. You do not know. I do not know which question we will get. There are millions of possibilities, but only the one that we will see in the orb is the one that we will begin to talk about. Describe the color green. It could be a question. It may be a question. It may not be. Fable, goodbye. Fable, happy birthday. Yes, Deemster, now you're thinking. Now you're thinking in the realm of the orb. How did I find the orb? Toke, 1776, how are you doing? I found the orb found us tonight. Together, all of us. All three of us. All four of us. Together tonight. Snail chores. Alright, let's open up this gift that was so happily given to me by the one, the only T-Ball sub. Beefy Fridgers, are you here too? Let's get going on this. Welcome tonight, everyone, again. This orb before you, it is the end all, the be all, the beginning, the end, and everything in between. Let's first open up a gift from T-Ball Sub. Let's make sure I'm not showing my fucking address in here. Let's throw this as far as I can throw it. It had amazing pineapples on it. Amazing pineapples, everyone. And again, the orb before us. You will be able to see all that you desire. All that we desire. Let's go back to this one. That smooth fade. We're trying some new things, everyone. I like the duplication because it creates a sense of that there are two of me. Alright. This says, and again, this is from T-Ball Sub. Listen here, you degenerate piece of shit. I hope 2022 is more than kind to you because you deserve it. You've worked so hard entertaining all of us dumb little babies on Twitch. And I can't thank you enough for all the laughter and good times. So clean. Here's my way of saying thanks. A tribute to my favorite rat of the past year or so. When you iron him on, make sure to put a piece of cotton fabric, like a t-shirt or something, between him and the iron to protect him from the heat. Stay stinky. Teat. Wow. What an odd-sized paper. This is not 8 by 11. I've never seen this before. This looks like it's 7 by 13 or something. I don't know where you find that. I don't know where you found it. But that's not the whole point of this. And included was a Dat Rat iron that was made specifically. Give me 1 second. Specifically for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's get started.
Call from
Rubus Master.
Rubus Master.
Moneyworms, what's happening?
This smells so good. I do have pockets.
That's a good looking rat right there, you know?
It is a good looking rat.
I like that letter too. That letter I think it spoke for me. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for everyone else, but I think that letter really did sum up a lot of people's feelings about, the stream in general.
Dat letter. With dat
That
let.
letter. Stay stinky. Yeah, that's a good message. That's a good sign off, Stay stinky. I like that.
My ears look so odd from the side. I never see my head from the side.
I try not to look at my ears because there's too many holes in them.
That's true. We have enough holes in our head as it is. But that's not the reason that we're here, Roybos. Thank you again, T-Ball Sub. You're an amazing person. That's not the reason that we are here tonight.
Amazing.
The reason that we are here tonight is to ponder inside this orb a question of eternity.
Dude, I need to know. I'm concerned. I got a road trip coming up at the end of the month. I'm looking forward to it, but it's just a little auspicious, There's going to be a little bit of business. There's going to be a little bit of pleasure, I want to make sure it goes well because I'm going a long ways. I'm going from, where I am now down in Georgia to the New Hampshire area. I want to make sure that it goes well. I want to ask the orb, how's this going to go?
Let's ask the orb.
What's it got to do with the relationship with my mother?
We'll ask the orb. In fact, the orb will tell us what we're going to talk about. So maybe what you just said will not matter at all.
Nothing matters at all.
Nothing matters or has ever mattered. Are you ready to hear? Dirk Koningston, thank you so much for the sub. Are you ready to hear?
I'm ready.
Our discussion topic of discussion tonight. Let us summon from the orb 1,000 times into the future what is important for us to talk about tonight. Move. Excuse you.
Yeah.
What is important for us to talk about tonight? And it is, what dumb accomplishment are you most proud of, Roybos Master?
I played Davy the Letterman when I was 7 years old. I got up on a stage, and it was a production for the town, for all the townspeople in Narragansett, Rhode Island. I wasn't even from Narragansett, but I went there. I auditioned for a play, and they gave me the part for Davy the Letterman, who only spoke in letters.
Isn't that odd that they would... Whatever production that was not for the children at all. That was for the parents.
My mother. Clearly.
What is your mother's name? Miss Roybos? Lisa. Liesel?
Now it's Lisa Greenberg.
Wow, don't dox your mom.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's hyphenated, so I'm not going to tell you the full. Anyway.
Amazing. What I will say is that there is more than one Lisa Greenberg, too. So you are all right.
There are many Lisa Greenbergs, especially in Miami, Florida.
Yes.
Just to dox her further.
Wow. I'm glad you appreciate the crystal ball, DJ Taylor. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
The crystal ball already knew, dude.
It knew. So why is this your most dumb accomplishment? You've done a lot of dumb things in your life. I just know it.
Well, I don't know. That was the first one that came to mind. But I also am pretty proud about passing drug tests when I was in high school that I shouldn't have passed because I saved up dip spit in a bottle and I would leave it in the bathroom in a hidden place, and then I would pour it into the pee container and mix a little warm water with it so that it would seem like it was pee, but it was actually saliva mixed with tobacco. Gave it that rich urine color.
Did you pass? Wait, hold on now. Hold on. Let me... You're telling me that you can put dip spit, I'm familiar, into a urinalysis container, and it will pass. And it will pass a drug test.
Oh, yeah.
But it comes back positive for tobacco.
Tried and proven. Negative for THC. Or acid, or cocaine, or opiates.
Enlightenment. I have no words as well. Reach out and touch me.
That's a pretty big accomplishment.
Together.
I also feel pretty accomplished for being able to do so little and be so comfortable. I like that. I'm proud of that. That's always been my goal. My goal as a child, when I was Davey the Letterman, when I was 7 years old, I realized something. I said, I want enough money not to worry about money, which is an ironic and enigmatic statement in itself. But I think I hit the nail on the head with that, and that's where I get the most value out of life, is when I realize that I'm grateful for what I have and how little I do. I'm lazy.
Now, did you even know who David Letterman was?
Of course, The Tonight Show.
When you were
The Late
7
Show?
years old?
The Late Show. David Letterman.
Merry Thanksgiving. Didn't you say Letterman? You had to play Letterman?
I said nothing about Letterman.
Who did you say?
Oh, Davey the Letterman. Davey the Letterman was the pirate that I played in the play for the townspeople in Narragansett, Rhode Island. David Letterman is the host of The Late Show.
That's
he has
who
a beard
I
now.
thought you were talking about.
No. I was talking about a fictitious character in a play that I...
Isn't that interesting how communication can be? You say one thing, and it telephones into another thing.
Telephone. That's a good game. And what's funny, too, is I never made that connection, like David Letterman, and then like Davey the Letterman. I didn't make that connection. I was 7, okay? Listen, I was proud of myself. I nailed all the lines. I got super nervous. I even fell into a pit backstage, and I busted myself up pretty bad too. I was like bloody and stuff, but they were like, "You need to go out. The show must go on." And I was like, "I'm crying. I'm 7, and my chin hurts." And they were like, "I don't care. You need to go out.
Hey,
Do you remember your lines?" And I was like,
"I'm gonna
"Yeah."
give you it at the same time. You're gonna give me yours, and we're gonna smell each other's." Well, okay. I like this for multiple reasons. Tell me about the character of Davey the Letterman, now that we know that it's not David Letterman.
Dude, I really wish I could remember some of the lines, but he only spoke in letters. Like, he was like,
No. I don't know. What do you mean?
He only spoke in letters. Like, he didn't use words. He just used letters to express himself. That's why he was called Davey the Letterman.
He could only communicate with the letters in his postman knapsack.
Yes.
I
see. Exactly, DJ T.O.
DJ T.O., do you know the character of Davey the... Did you also play Davey
the Letterman? Can you cite me... I think he's citing me the lines right now, dude. He obviously knows. Don't hold back on us, DJ.
Here, and I'll give it back to you. Wow. Amazing. Incredible. Now, why was this an accomplishment? Was it an accomplishment because you think that you did a good job being...
I did a great job. Are you fucking kidding me? I did a great job. The people loved it. My mother especially. I think I was proud of it because my mother liked it.
Yes. What are some other things?
It was one of the few times I made my mother proud.
Now,
I did something that she wanted me to do, and I actually enjoyed doing it, even though I got hurt in the process, and I didn't initially want to do it. And looking back, I probably didn't enjoy it as much as I'm thinking that I did enjoy it. I probably hated it.
Now, Roybos, was this the main character of the play?
No, absolutely not. Not by any means. No, this was like a C class character. This wasn't even like a B character. This was like a C. This was like, I had maybe 8 lines throughout the entire production.
Now, what
However,
play was this? What play was this? Will we know the play?
dude, I was 7 years old. I can't remember the name of the play. I just remember the character I played, the most important part of said play to me and my mother.
Huh.
Davey the Letterman, you know?
David Letterman. I thought it was David Letterman the whole time, Roybos.
David Letterman wears red socks that have stripes on them as well. He wears fancy socks. I don't know if you knew that.
Now, what other things does your mother like?
She likes vanity.
Hmm.
She likes money.
What is vanity to you?
Miami?
No,
Los
vanity.
Angeles? What?
Oh, I misunderstood you again. I thought you misunderstood me where I said vanity and then you said Miami? Question mark?
No, I said Miami as a statement.
Ah, Miami is vanity.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Like, what kind of car do you drive? Who do you know? How are you famous? Why should I care about you? What will you do for me in the future? How will you make me look good?
You are describing Boca Raton as well.
Oh, yeah. Good. Yes, definitely. Although
Right.
Boca Raton is a little bit trashier about their vanity than Miami is. They're not as classy about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. I understand. I understand, Roybos.
I once had a lover try to tell me that I should wear black suede loafers with jeans. And I just laughed in her face and I was like, dude, I'm not a dentist from Miami. And that was the last time that we saw each other.
Amazing.
Do I own black suede loafers? Absolutely. Do I wear them with jeans? Absolutely not. I wear them with a suit.
I hope there's a sequel to that play where Davy had a daughter named Cindy and something happens. Where's one? Thank you. Twitch baby. There it is, 9 months. I appreciate you. Where's one?
I'm hoping nothing happens between Cindy and Davy, because if Cindy is David's daughter, no, we don't need to go there. This isn't. We're not going into Marquis de Sade territory, okay? All right. I know about the misfortunes of virtue.
And we have gotten a misfortune of virtue right before you. We talked about your dumbest accomplishment, Roybos.
You mean my greatest?
Both of them. Your dumbest, isn't that interesting? Your dumbest can be your greatest as well. My mother would probably say
there was also this time that I got
birthing
pulled
me.
over by Border Patrol and didn't get arrested, but I think you've heard about that.
Well, as we part the shrouds of reality and leave this space, this is what the universe intended for us, to talk about you playing David Letterman.
I am David Letterman. Stay stinky.
Been David Letterman. Thank you so much for the rad call, Roybos Master. Rad call. Rat call. Matty Parasite.
Call from.
Hello.
Hello. I am your trumpeter to call upon the universe. Just like how the Lord needs a trumpeter to call upon the apocalypse.
And much like the apocalypse, it is inevitable for all of us. One day we will wake up and be vaporized by aliens.
Or we'll wake up and realize that we're in a game.
And you will understand the true meaning. You know that it could be... When was the last time you had orange juice?
Yesterday.
Tomorrow, if you were vaporized by an alien in the night, that would be the last time that you had orange juice, Ongoy Muffin.
Gonna make everything count.
Make it
That's
count.
When my brother
Much
told me right
like-
before he left for college, he said, I could drive an iPhone, I could die. You make every goodbye count, Angelo. I was like, yeah, okay.
Of course. Thank you, Roybus. You are a master of your craft. Now, Ongoy, would you care to peer into this ball of wonder before us to randomly
orb.
generate a topic for us to talk about together?
I would be honored to peer into the orb.
What do you think it's going to be?
Something that only a gamer can answer.
Ooh, gamer stuff. Boy, I need a haircut. Ongoy Muffin, are you ready to reveal this randomly generated question for us to talk about?
Yeah.
Amazing. Ongoy Muffin, have you ever saved someone's life?
Oh, yeah.
Ah. You answered that with such... You didn't even have to think about it.
No, it definitely extended someone's lifespan. Like
Holes
100%.
entropy. We're pondering orbs and holes tonight. Now, Ongoy, elaborate on this. Whose life did you save?
So it was my aunt's mom. This is like an extended aunt. You know, we could. So she's like.
Your aunt's mom is your grandmother.
No, it's a different aunt. Like not the same generation of thing, but like it's a family friend's mom. Let's just say that.
Ah, aunt
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
sense of so close to you could be family.
Yes.
Go on.
That kind. So, you know, this lady, she was like, you know, she came to our house and she was like very just like acting very out of breath and whatnot. And then like I was just like, okay, old lady, I just act normal to her, like I would be treated if I was old. So I got water and stuff, or like try to like. This is the first time I actively try to act like a gentleman, or just like I gotta hold her arm and just like, you know, make sure she's getting there with the knees. And then I asked her like, something wrong? Like you're always touching your heart, you're always touching your chest.
Mm.
And then it's like, oh yeah, I'm just getting old. And then my parents started talking like, oh, maybe it's time for you to get a heart pacer and whatnot.
Dat boy, thanks for the follow. So,
And
I
then,
see
like,
where this is going. Keep going, go on.
And so because of my like concern about how I was acting, like, because like, you know, normally she's with the adults, and the adults always just treat her like an old lady, you know, she's just there. But I noticed that, like, you know, I just treated her as a different person, that I was able to see her with fresh eyes that something was wrong.
You saw it in
And
her
then,
eyes.
Yeah, I saw her eyes. It was very dry. You could see the blood vessels popping.
Oh, okay.
And then 2 months later, we were able to get. She got a pacemaker. So, you know, it's all like, you know, even with the tiniest of concerns, you know.
Thank you, Dat boy.
You could extend someone's life, you know. And then she finally passed away back in 2016, and then when she got the pacemaker, that was 2012. So, you know, just extending your life just a little bit more.
And do you feel she did that because you said something about it?
Yeah, because I was the one who brought it up.
Ah.
because everyone else is just treating her like an old lady. You know, she's just getting slow because weak knees. But like I saw her as like, why is she always touching her chest like that? Like every time I would like put her down, someone she would go back and touch her chest. So like something, I don't know. I just like I only touch my chest when there's a Pledge of Allegiance. And I was like, that's. And now my dad, since my dad gets his heart attack, he always touches his chest too. So I always gotta. Now I'm in the habit of touching my chest now because I don't know, making sure my heart's still there.
Make sure your heart's still there. It is the beating muscles.
The heart was in the right place that day.
Which simulates the set day and keeps us who we are. And Ungoy, you probably extended this person who you were close with's life.
Yeah, I know.
By quite a few years.
She finally got to like retire in Vegas and whatnot. And
she became a dancer in Vegas.
She finally, no, well, I guess I no judgment.
No judgment.
No judgment there.
We're not judging.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and she happened to die in Vegas. So she's in Vegas. Yeah.
Forever in Vegas.
Yeah.
Ungoy.
But yeah.
You truly saved this person's life.
I don't know. Well.
What did you do? What did you do with the time that you gave to her? What did you do?
I don't know. Just I just ate a lot. Good food, good dinners.
Food and dinners.
I don't really. I think only the last time I saw her was between then and the time she broke her hip. We just ate a lot, you know.
What did you eat? What did you eat with your arms?
I don't know. Like, you remember like Fort Wilderness in Disneyland?
That's the one with the presidents.
No, wait, is it? No, it's the one where you're camping. There's a campground and it's near Disney.
Tom Sawyer is there.
No. I don't know. It's the one where you just like they serve strawberry shortcake and like American food.
Fort Wilderness. No, I don't. I've been to Disney World many times.
Yeah, Fort Wilderness is like a camping place where you can just like pretend you're pretending that you're camping, and then you can just go to Disney Park, whatever. Like a ferry to Disney World.
This orb is not symmetric. Interesting. I'm glad that you got to cook, share experiences, and that you saved this person's life. You are a true lifesaver.
Just gotta showing just a bit of concern, and that really just changed my output a lot. You know, I don't want just keeping it to yourself isn't only just leads to regret.
Of course, Uncle Muffin.
It's always just be out there, be vigilant, guys. You know?
Be out there.
You never know. You never know when the universe is going to lead you.
You have no idea what the universe and the sphere and the ball will tell you, and you do not know who you have to save or when you have to save them.
Have you ever saved someone's life?
This question was not meant for me, Ungoy Muffin. It was meant for you.
Well, I thought it was for the party. Unfortunately, it's like an appetizer. That's what I thought it was for.
It is and it isn't, Ungoy. Ungoy, are you happy with what the orb has given you tonight? Given us?
Just some critiques. I like the questions. You know, very interesting questions. It's just that like I was hoping that the questions showed up in the orb itself, so we all could see it. Yeah.
This is for future orbs.
Yeah.
I would love for them to show up, and I could have done it, but it was I just you know what, the orb gives it to us, and I see it in there.
You know, the orb giveth, the orb taketh. You know. Just,
Exactly.
yeah.
Wash your
Oh, that's-
orbs, Ungoy. Don't stop. Don't make sure you wash your orbs.
Like with Germex. Probably. I'm just gonna use Germex.
Germex.
I
Wash
get
your
rid of all
orbs.
the
Make sure.
get rid of the
Exactly,
bacteria.
Civic. That's exactly what's happening. The way I can see. I'm the one looking at the orb. It's just I'm communicating what the orb is saying to you. The orb knows your mom, Wizardess. Hello. Well, Ungoy, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for that amazing story, and I am glad that your aunt was able to see some more time to spend it with you.
Oh man. Sweet dreams and dream big, guys. Love you.
Love you too, Ungoy Muffin. Rad call. Thank you so much for calling in.
Bye.
It's a very involved stream. I'm holding a lot of things tonight. Someone is calling us on the internet.
Call from.
Teo.
Hello.
Hello.
Who am I speaking with?
This is DJ Teo.
DJ Teo. Hello. Welcome.
I wish to learn the orb's wisdom.
Ah, you came for the glorious orb, I see.
Yes, I am enthralled with its beauty and its divinity.
Yes, there is much beauty and divinity in this orb as well. Is this your first orb experience?
I have experienced other spherical objects, but yes, I'd say this is my first orb.
This is the first spiritual object that has given you these energies before.
Yes.
Ah, I'm
The
rubbing
first
it.
spherical object.
The first.
Spiritual spherical.
The first spiritual spherical object. That's very nice. Well, DJ Tay, are you ready to glimpse into the unknown of this orb?
I am.
Amazing. Let us look at this orb together. Fods, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. Ah, the orb shows us many things, DJ Teo, and this one is clear to me. DJ Teo, it is telling me to ask you, what is your worst habit?
My worst habit. Let's see. I would say taking the skin off of my fingers.
Ah, very interesting. Doesn't this hurt?
It doesn't. I've been doing it for so long that I think there's just like extra skin there or something. But I remember the first time I did it when I was a kid. It was sort of like a nervous habit. And then it just kind of like, I've never stopped doing it. I just constantly just sort of like pick at my cuticles. Strange.
Interesting. Naomio, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. Naomio, I did not know you streamed. Amazing. DJ Teo, have you tried methods to stop doing it? Or do you not mind? You're just going to do it because you are the true storybook writer of your fantasy.
I think it brings me comfort. I've tried sort of like rubbing, the fingers and like other things to keep my hands busy, but there's nothing that compares to just like have you ever like just sort of obsessively looked at your cuticles and realized how dry they are and like wanted to, I don't know, even them out?
I have. One time I saw my mama and she was pushing back her cuticles with a pen tip or something. And I thought it was fascinating. So sometimes I push back my cuticles, but I never pick them.
Yeah, I think the thing about it is it's like one of those things that's just never done. I've had like
Yeah, right.
manicures and stuff before and like they'll be fine, but then I start noticing like it's just one of the, I don't know, it's just like comforting, I guess. It's a
It
weird
is
habit.
comforting.
It doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't hurt me.
It doesn't.
But I've looked at my hands before, and I'm like, this is a sign of like my, I don't know what you call it, neuroses or something.
Yes, yes. And there are other people like you, like Fonz is saying. Fonz has OCD and has a skin picking issue as well. Bunkbot, thank you so much for the sub. And Naomio, again, thank you for the raid. I have a specific habit as well that involves skin, DJ Teo. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, it would.
Uh-huh. You can't say no to that kind of a question, can you?
I'm intrigued.
I like to, and again, my mama does the same. I bite the inside of my lip and swallow it.
I've done that, and in fact, I did that earlier today, but I don't like it when it starts bleeding.
Yes, I never do it to when it starts bleeding, but the trick is, and stop me if I'm going too far, the trick is, once you have a good idea of how deep you can go, you just move around and you start clearing out the other real estate in your mouth.
I mean, this sort of thing is almost, almost TOS to do on Twitch, isn't it? It's almost sensual.
Which?
Biting the inside of the lip.
Yes, it is. Sensual.
Well, interesting. Well, I'm glad to know that there's other people that are into the same thing. We all kind of feel weird when we have our little habits, but
yes.
It doesn't hurt anybody, right? And we need to keep ourselves occupied, I suppose.
We do. If it's not hurting anyone, if it's comforting, why not do it? And also, you probably have built up some skin there that is now tougher than ever.
True. Also gives me something to do. A lot of people want to fidget with things, and I don't need a cell phone. I just sit here and pick up my fingers when I'm bored.
Very nice.
It's actually kind of cathartic.
You don't need technology.
I don't play games.
And you never get bored of it. You never get bored of it.
I don't. Been doing it for 30 years.
Yes. The same as I have been chewing the inside of my lip for nearly the same amount of time. And I don't get bored of it. It's a habit.
Sure.
Did you enjoy peering into this spherical orb and mulling over its wonders?
I did. I hoped it might provide me some more insights, but I think the insight was the question.
It was. The insight was the question. And it was the validation of another person who also has a habit of skin stuff.
Indeed.
Indeed. DJ Teo, thank you so much for calling in. I'm glad you found clarity in this good omen of sorts. And if it's not hurting anybody, keep doing it,
Agreed. Thank you.
Of course, DJ Teo. Thank you so much for calling in. You're an amazing person. Rad call.
You as well.
And everyone, if you haven't already, please go check out Naomio on Twitch. Thank you so much for sending your amazing people here. And also DJ Teo as well. We rated DJ Teo recently and found some amazing live video edits that were incredibly fun.
Call from
Ben.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Moneyworms.
Who am I
This is
speaking
Ben.
with? Zen?
Oh, Ben.
Ben.
Ben, short for Benjamin. Yes.
Ben, short for Benjamin. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well today. How about yourself, Moneyworms?
I'm doing well. I am beside this
That's great to
orb of
hear.
wonders that clearly needs to be better in the future.
I think, you know what? I think it's fine. I mean, like,
It is.
I don't know. I'm starting to learn, like, video editing stuff, and, like, I think what you got is pretty cool,
It is. It was supposed to be hypnotic, but at the same time, introspective of yourself. And it is all due to chance, the chance of the orb. As you peer into this orb, and it spins infinitesimally, for infinity, spinning around forever and ever, you will find a question. I will see it, and we will talk about it together, and you will come to a resolution of your own.
Okay. Sounds good.
Are you ready, Ben?
I am so
to
ready.
peer into this blue orb of sorts?
I am ready. I'm very ready.
All right, Ben. Ben, I'm looking into this
Yeah?
orb right now.
What do you see?
I see something. Do you want to know what it is?
Yes, I do want to know what it is.
All right, Ben. Ben. What is the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
Oh my goodness. See, it's like very difficult to narrow down to one single best piece of advice.
Perhaps there are a few pieces of advice that you've been given that culminate into something bigger and grander that is truly the best piece of advice that you've ever received.
Let me think. I would say like I'm like trying to fit it into one thing. I would say like how do I say? I think like love yourself, which is like a very simple as a phrase, but I think it's very, very important, and I think the world would be a much better place if everyone loved themselves.
Love yourself, because if you can't love yourself, it is hard for you to love other things.
I think there are people who don't love themselves who also love other things and people. I think like the part that's difficult is like if someone like hates themselves for some reason, then if someone else has that same thing, then they might hate that person for having that thing that they hate within themselves, if that makes sense.
Do you think that loving yourself is not hating yourself for something, but learning to see the good in the parts of yourself that you don't like, or learning to change the parts in yourself that you don't like?
Ooh, so
Double-barreled question. I'll stop doing that. The orb is telling me not to.
I mean, like, so I think it depends a lot. So I think like if so I think like if like so there's some things that like so it's kind of weird. Okay, so if someone is doing something wrong and they know it's wrong, I think it's much more likely that they'll be able to like get over that if they love themselves instead of beating themselves up. I think like if they beat themselves up over something they want to change, they're significantly less likely to change.
So change comes from within, but the more you fester, the more you try to change it in the wrong way, the less likely you're able to fix it.
I mean, I think it depends on like what the change is.
I think like there, like for some things, like effort, like really does matter and is super important, and then other aspects, like sometimes doing the backwards law is like a much better method. Because I think some people try too hard, and then it kind of like leads to trouble.
What is if you don't mind me asking, what is something that you changed successfully about yourself, or using your own thoughts here? How did you come to this conclusion? Was it something that happened to you?
So I how do I say? I used to be a crazy driver.
Okay.
So I would do the thing where like the people in the fast lane were going too slow, so I'd leave in all the other lanes, which is very dangerous.
You sound like you're from Atlanta.
Huh?
I said you probably would fit in driving in Atlanta then.
I've never been to Atlanta, but I can imagine. So I mean, I do that in other driving things, and it was like really dangerous.
Yes.
And I've never been in like a high-speed accident or crashed into another person. But I thought like I shouldn't drive like this. And I found that like, when I beating myself up was not helping. But if I just like did some like self-compassion, I actually like was a better driver, and didn't, drive really crazy.
And part of that
I would say
self-compassion through a chain of events was actually good for society as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think like if kind of like everyone took that method, then like maybe the things that they do that are kind of like crappy, then they would like stop doing those things because, and I think for some people it would take like a lot, especially if it's like a habit that's like reinforced over like years and also reinforced by the external environment. But I think like eventually like a lot of bad things would just not happen if everyone, showed themselves some self-compassion.
Armpit cam. Yes, self-compassion. It is a trickle-down effect where once you are self-compassionate, you can also change the future for someone else.
That is true. That is true.
And it's interesting that yours came out in a driving scenario, which is interesting because a lot of people will see the way they drive and see nothing wrong with it. I believe that there is a piece of listening to others and realizing our own faults, which is one of the first steps to all of this.
That is true. That is very true.
Do not be ignorant to the fact that you, like they used to say, maybe the earth is not in the center and it's something else.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. Yeah, absolutely.
Ben, do you feel any better after calling in and pondering what the orb threw at you?
I do feel better, Moneyworms. Thank you so much. Thank you for you and your wonderful streams, and thank you to the orb, the wonderful orb that gives fantastic questions.
No one else thanked
you.
the orb. You're the first person to thank the orb, and maybe it says something about how you see orbs.
I think orbs are pretty cool. I mean, like, you know, they're round, and that's a difficult shape, you know.
It is. This one is pretty much round.
Mhm.
Well, Ben,
Yeah.
I'm glad you found some inner compassion for yourself. You are now a safer driver. You're safer to the environment. And you realize that the best piece of advice that you have received is to love yourself. And you will become a better driver.
That is
And you will lower your insurance, probably.
yes, I hope so. Yes. Thank you, Moneyworms. I'm gonna go now. Have a great night.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in, and thank you for being a member of this community. Rad call.
Okay, bye.
The orb. Thank the orb.
Call from
Viking Kate.
Viking Kate.
Moneyworms. How are you?
I am good, Viking Kate. I am before, as you can see, I am before this giant orb of infinite possibilities and imaginatives.
I see that. It's awfully pretty.
Wow. I'm so glad you're calling in. Everybody is so happy that you're here.
Oh yeah, no. You know, it's awfully flattering that so many folks think I'm a cool person, and someone just put in my Twitch. I don't stream, so y'all can follow that Twitch TV, but nothing will ever happen on it. So thanks, Naomi-O, but no, you're cool, Naomi-O. It's cool. Anyways, Moneyworms, how are you doing? That orb is so good.
It's
so nice. It's so flashy and pretty and cute.
I'm looking into the orb, and it is telling me and everyone that no, I'm not just randomly saying words. All these words have a purpose.
I think all of your words always have a purpose, and the fact that you're even telling me that means that maybe you don't think they do. I don't think I've ever seen a stream that wasn't full of purpose. You know?
This is the purpose of this stream. And the purpose of this orb is to understand that some of life's questions are not premeditated, and they just happen out of spontaneity, but that the universe wants us to talk about those things. Speaking of those things, Viking Kate, would you like to take a gander into this delicious ooze and pull out the mysteries and secrets of the universe?
I would love to. Thank you very much for the opportunity to do this.
And thank you for giving me the opportunity to give you the opportunity to do this. Now, I am peering into this orb, and I see before me, this is by chance. And it's very, very amazing that this happened, because I believe that the universe has made us talk about this before. Are you ready to hear this?
Wait, made you and I talked about this before?
Yes,
sure.
I believe
Let's okay, great. Let's do it again. Sure.
This is a glitch in life's matrices of sorts. And I cannot believe that it is here. Are you ready for this question, Viking Kate?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Pancakes or waffles?
Wow. I don't think we've had this this conversation before, actually. I don't remember. But I do like a good waffle, but pancakes all day, every day. Team pancakes for the win.
What is it about a you knew the answer. You didn't even have to ponder it like you pondered this orb. You didn't have to ponder it at all. You immediately knew.
No. Yeah, for sure. No, pancakes all day, every day. Team pancake, pancakes for life. Hashtag Viking pancakes, as Fairy Devon is saying.
I saw that.
You know.
And it is. They're born from the same batter. It's just a different way that we present them. They're shaped a little
Sure.
differently and cooked differently. One is smashed inside a machine that you only really get from those white elephant things, and one you use a pan for.
You only get waffle makers from white elephants?
Yes, and if you don't, you're not going into enough white elephants.
Apparently. Shoot.
What is it
Okay.
about the pancake that is so superior?
So, first, folks in chat saying Viking pancakes and pancakes is making me giggle. I love it. I will say I have a personal connection to pancakes. There wasn't a lot of traditions in my household growing up, but weekends were for pancakes. That was my mom's jam, especially blueberry pancakes. And even when I got older and went to college, and I'd come back to visit, she'd be like, I got blueberries, you know what that means? And I'd be like, hell yeah.
Oh.
And since then, and she had a very particular recipe, but since then, it's still something I make. I don't really make it
Thank you.
via her recipe,
It is a beautiful.
but it is still something that I make on like a monthly basis, maybe once a month. So yeah. So that's why I think, my mom made waffles too, but not as much. It was like that was like Sunday morning pancakes were like the thing in my house.
Let me propose to you what I feel about this, Viking Kate.
Okay.
Much of this is based not on flavor, but on ritual. And furthermore, it could just have been as likely that your mama bought waffles or had waffles on the mind instead of pancakes. And if we were having this conversation in that universe, you would have said waffles.
Sure. I mean, if we're going to really do a deep dive, that's kind of like saying that if someone's a Christian, but if they grew up in India, there would be, oh my God, Hindu or something like that. So yeah, in another universe, my mom would be making waffles, and we'd be having this conversation about waffles. But I guess I don't understand where you're going with on this part, and I want to follow you. So
it's all right.
Maybe clarify.
Most people don't follow me. It's okay. I will clarify.
Okay.
We will return to the first part of that, which was
great.
It was not based on flavor. You think they both slap.
Oh, I understand. So it's just about my mom. I understand where is that what you're getting at?
Yes.
That it's not about the. Okay. I feel you. I would disagree with that.
Oh.
Man, I feel like I'm talking. I feel like this has become like my more recent therapy sessions. I don't know, man. I think it's 50-50. It's not completely not my mom kind of thing, but I don't know. Her pancakes are just fucking good,
They are.
Mine are fine. I like mine a lot, but I don't know. She had a way with them that just, maybe they were good because she made them, or maybe it's just because she had made them for so long. But it's not like I make them and man, this is going deep, dude. I don't know about this.
Well, if you feel uncomfortable talking about pancakes, we do not have to talk about it. You truly answered the question. I am just amazed in the way that you answered it. It was not based on evaluating which is more tasty. It was evaluating the past, your nostalgia for this moment, the the craft making of the pancake by your mother, the fact that she would call you and be excited about it, because at the end of the day, she wasn't asking you to have waffles with her. She was asking you to have pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not like I'm... See, it's a hard answer, too, because, like, I say that. Yeah, I mean, true story. It was a family thing. But it's not like It's not like I make it and I miss her because I'm eating them. Or it's not like I look back fondly. I don't know, man. It's a very mixed answer. I don't feel like my answer is doing very well.
No, it is.
You
It's amazing. This answer, the orb is telling me. This beautiful orb, by the way. Everyone has been calling it beautiful and thanking it.
It is. Yes.
Would you like to thank the orb?
Orb. Delicious blueberry pancake orb. I would like to thank you for getting me to have a very awkward answer to a very simple question. You know what? I can tell you what my favorite pancake is, if you'd like to know that.
Yes.
Very specific.
Yes,
Okay.
because it is very specific.
Yes. It's not one I make. It's one that you would have to go into like a diner. Like this is like diner pancake. So even though I talked about blueberries, I like a good blueberry pancake. But my favorite pancake of all time is going into a diner, getting banana walnut pancakes with salted butter, like the butter that they put in with like a little like ice cream scoop.
tastes
You know, like a little
good.
scoop of butter. And then real maple syrup, not a little like prepackaged bullshit. And if they could do whole wheat pancakes instead of just like the regular batter, I usually go for that. But you can't find that everywhere. So yeah, so that's what I would go for. You're making spit bubbles, and this is so distracting. That's gnarly. That's kind of Moneyworms. I love you, man, but that was kind of gnarly.
I'm salivating at you talking about all of this. Well.
Oh, okay, great.
Yes, I am.
And
Yes.
side of bacon, and a coffee and a water. That's my meal. You got the whole wheat banana walnut pancakes with the butter and the real maple syrup. You got a side of bacon,
Whoa.
and you got water, like an ice water, and a coffee with half and half.
Oh.
And I'd probably go for a short stack because that's two, and diner pancakes are like the size of the moon. So usually you don't need more than two. Anyhow.
This sounds like such a good pancake, and there's been many a times where I end stream and I make pancakes, and tonight will be one of those nights because I realize I have some strawberries in the fridge, and I will put some strawberries on my pancakes.
But do you do from scratch or do you do from a mix?
I do the box because
Okay.
I've noticed that when you do it from scratch, it doesn't taste that much different.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
But then again, I do not have the artisan craft making abilities of your mama, who makes some of the
Yeah.
best pancakes.
Yeah, I know. She was I wish you would stop drinking spit bubbles.
Viking Kate,
So gross.
thank you so much for calling in and pondering the orb. I hope that you found everything that you were looking for.
Not really, but I always like talking to you, so I'll catch you on another stream. Have a nice night, Moneyworm.
I will. Thank you so much for calling in, Viking Kate. Very rad call. I loved your answer. Rad call. Viking Kate did not appreciate my booble. Only this booble.
Call from
Devin.
Devin,
Moneyworms.
look at this orb.
it sure is an orb. It sure is there. It's pretty. I like the little jet streams in them.
Wow, you thanked and you complimented the orb so early on.
Yeah, I mean, they're just doing their best, thriving,
Exactly.
existing.
Telling us all the secrets of the universe, Devin.
Absolutely, and I'm super excited to hear what it has to ask me.
Interesting. I'm glad you have such enthusiasm. You've seen the gamut, too. You've seen it ask people things all the way from habits to whether they like a certain kind of cooked flour mixture more than the other.
Hell yeah.
And this is the dichotomy of life. Sometimes questions are deep, and sometimes questions, though may not seem deep, are incredibly deep.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you never know what's going to happen with the orb. It's just, sometimes it always asks what needs to be heard, what needs to be asked.
That's true. And this orb, I can see it. I can see the mysteries in this orb jumping at me like those fish in Myrtle Beach.
The Myrtle Beach catfish.
Gulping for dog food. Gulping for very cheap cardboard dog food.
Yes.
Pippi,
absolutely.
I see the question. Devin, I'm peering in. Would you like to see? Well, would you like to hear it?
I would love to hear the question.
What do you think is the world's greatest smell?
Oh, okay. So, I'm a big perfume bitch. So funny that it got that for me.
Wow.
I'm a big fan of the Etat Libre d'Orange range of perfumes. I think every one of them smells absolutely disgusting and absolutely beautiful at the same time.
Wow.
So I wear them all the time. The one I specifically wear is called La Fin du Monde, which means the end of the world in French. And it's supposed to smell like fucking buttered popcorn and gunpowder and like iris. It's so weird. It's so strange, and yet it's so nice. To me, it smells like cream paint, like theater makeup, and I love it.
It's interesting.
It's like, yeah.
It sounds very interesting. It's interesting that all those small smells, independent of each other, I do believe are pretty good. Like popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say the other one? An iris?
Buttered popcorn, iris. There's gunpowder. There's
yeah, sulfur.
There's carrot seed.
Carrot seed. Interesting. But when you put them all together, it seems like a lot of them are very overpowering. But together they make this blend that you actually enjoy, Devin.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so nice.
Oranges. La Fin du Monde. The end of the world.
Yeah.
Amazing. I saw a lot of people say gasoline. That is my favorite smell. My favorite smell is gasoline.
Gasoline does smell good, and I have
amazing.
A perfume that smells like gasoline, and sometimes I spray it on a little sticky note just to get a whiff of that smell without having to go to the gas station. It's kind of nice. I
still have the candle. I have a candle that smells like gasoline. It smells exactly like gasoline, and I lit it.
Yeah.
And prolonged smelling gasoline, I will tell you, it makes you a little sick to your stomach. But there is always a drawback to sniffing and huffing gasoline.
Totally. I mean, I don't necessarily know that it's meant for human consumption or human, I guess,
AutoZone.
Olfactory pleasure, but like it's there,
Olfactory pleasure. That's exactly what you're saying. And does this Café du Monde, does that give you olfactory pleasure?
Yeah, and it's like vaguely nostalgic because, again, it smells like theater makeup and it smells like grease paint, which is something that I used to work with a lot when I was doing makeup professionally and when I was going to makeup school and starting out with makeup. So it's like, it's nostalgic. And
a nostalgic
I don't know, I like it.
That is a thing Good smells. Agreed. New shoes smell good. I agree as well. New shoes is a good smell. I agree with you, Devin. There is something to say about nostalgia. I remember when I would go to my aunt's house, it had a very specific smell to it that I really liked. And I found that smell later in life. Do you know what that smell was?
What was that smell?
It was mothballs.
Mothballs. Wait, okay. I don't think I've ever smelled a mothball. I feel like they're like what? Like kind of stale smelling, aren't they?
Kind of stale, but also clean at the same time. It smells like clean old people.
Interesting. I mean, I feel like old people can kind of smell nice. You know what I mean? Like,
of course. I hope when I'm
know.
old I smell horrible, though, because at that point I won't care.
Right, yeah. I mean, you've lived your life. You're like, fuck it. They'll have to deal with me smelling a little stale, and that's fine.
It's fine. Everybody gets a little
It's
stale.
fine.
Everyone gets a little stale. La Fin du
Yeah.
Monde. Where can I find this? I want to find a tester of it because it sounds expensive.
It is kind of. I mean, it's not that expensive in terms of perfume, but it is expensive. They have their website, Etat Libre d'Orange. I'll write the name in the chat. Yeah. I mean, they had a big boom recently because Billie Eilish wore 2 of their perfumes and posted it to her story, and so then that's how I found them. But hey.
So, and you said yourself, if Billy's wearing it, I can wear it.
Yeah, fuck it, you know?
Yes. This is a good smell. You thought long and hard about this. I liked how your smell was a perfume, which is exactly what perfumes are supposed to do. If this perfume gave you the best smell of the world, and this smell you can put in a bottle, there's nothing better than that. Wait.
I just remembered, no, there's a better smell. There's a fucking better smell. Have you ever been to like a spiritual shop or a metaphysical shop and you walk in and you just get hit with the most overpowering smell of like ritual oils and all of the incense in the world and just like so much like magnolia? Like it's so nice. That's actually the best.
Yes, I see what you mean. Yes, I used to go to one in a market, and as soon and you would it had its own doors to this place. It was inside of a place with other places. It's like it. You know what I'm talking about. So I would open the doors and go in and immediately be hit with this amalgam of delicious smells and cleansing smells. And then I would buy Tiger's Eye or something.
Hot. I love that.
Yes. And black
Tiger's
onyx.
Eye is super cute.
Yes. It's good for confidence.
Yeah, and concentration, like focus.
Focus and concentration and confidence, exactly. Wow. Yeah. That is a good smell. I like smelling those smells, and I like smelling gasoline. I like a smell of a hot dog.
Not fucking hot dog water. I can't believe.
It's all right. Well, it's kind of like, it's like hot dog in liquid form.
It sure is Moneyworms.
It is. Coffee smell. Coffee's a good smell.
Coffee's
Did
good.
you get
Coffee's
everything that you wanted from this amazing, amazing orb?
I did. I appreciate the orb. I appreciate the question it asked me. It's funny that it asked me about that because I am such a perfume bitch. I love it. Thank you, orb. I love you.
Thank you, orb. We love you. And I did not know that you knew so much about. But that's great that you can that you are able to bottle one of your favorite smells. Now, if they could only bottle the smell of most metaphysical shops.
I do have some perfumes that are meant to smell like metaphysical shops, and they do. It's nice. I specifically sought them out, though, for that reason.
You will have them forever. And I like how you take one of your favorite smells and you put it all over yourself. Much like my cat, Midna, will eat her slop in the morning, and when she is finished, she licks her entire body to coat her body in the scent of a bunch of mixed white fish medley.
Love it. You know what? She's living her best life, just covered in fish smell. I'm sure she gets a nice whiff of it throughout the day and is reminded of why she loves you, because food.
Yes, she is purely motivated by food, and I think that perhaps she does it also to attract mates and tell other cats that she gets the good shit each morning.
Ooh, it's a flex. It's a status symbol.
It is. That's what it is. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. My cat wants to dunk on other cats because she gets fed the good stuff.
Yeah, she's like almost a hype beast. Hype beast Midna. I love it.
Next week she'll be wearing Supreme and La Fin du Monde.
Yeah.
Well,
right,
Devin, thank you so much for calling in.
Of course.
And telling us about smells.
Yeah. All right. See ya, Moneyworms.
Rad call. Have a good week.
You too.
Oof snaps. Of course. And again, thank you, T-Ball Sub. This is a perfect rendition. I could not do this if I tried. Look at that rat. It's beautiful. It even says, "Oh, stinky." I can't wait to iron this on something. I don't know what I should iron it on. Something. I will iron it on something.
Call from
Crack Mother.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, what's up?
How are you doing, Crack Mother?
I'm doing good.
Good, Crack Mother. I'm pondering this orb. Do you see it?
Not currently, but I can picture it in my mind.
You can picture it in your mind. Very nice. Very nice. Part of pondering the orb is summoning your own rendition of the orb inside of your head. Describe to me the orb that you see inside of your head.
I see like a green-blue orb.
Wow. Much like the one that's right in front of us. This is fate. This is destiny. This was meant to be, Crack Mother. Amazing, Crack Mother. Crack Mother, is this your first time calling in?
Yes.
Amazing, Crack Mother. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, Crack Mother. There's this orb before us and the one that you were pondering in your head. Would you like to see what it has to ask you?
Oh, yeah.
Let us peer into this orb of infinite secrets. I see. I see, Crack Mother. Much like the question 2 questions ago, this one is infinitesimally deep, and it will require a lot of brain power from you. Are you ready to take on this task?
I think I'm ready.
I think you are as well, Crack Mother. And if there's anything I know about you, it's that you're up for the challenge of pondering this orb. And this orb has to say to you, Crack Mother, if you were a vegetable, what vegetable would you be?
Ooh. I think I'd be a carrot.
Ooh! You came to that conclusion so quickly. Wow. Why?
I think it's it's like that vegetable that I think of when I first think of a vegetable, because it's very, like, visual. It's orange. It's pointy.
Do you know what the first vegetable I think of is?
No.
Broccoli.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. When I think vegetable, I think green. And when I think green vegetable, I think broccoli. And if someone said name a vegetable, I would shout out broccoli.
I get the broccoli. I get it.
But you feel that you are more carrot than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a carrot for sure.
Do you like carrots?
Yeah, I do.
Is carrot your favorite vegetable?
No, actually.
Ah, I was just making sure you didn't also just say your favorite vegetable. Because that would mean that you're vain. What do you... Oh, you like them in soup? Like what? What do you like about carrots? What do you like about carrots?
I definitely like them in soup or a stew. I like them just as a snack. I'm really big on like buying a bag of carrots and like dipping it in some Greek yogurt or some other like dips, you know.
Some dip.
They're just easily accessible, I think, and they're affordable. You know, very economical vegetable.
Fucking it, they are. You're right. You know, they put them in. They're so accessible that they sell them in so many different varieties too. They sell them unadulterated and just as themselves. They sell them as baby versions of themselves. They sell them as matchsticks, as baby versions of the baby version. And then amongst the baby versions, there are the big bags, the medium bags, and then the tiny little bags. And you're right, you can dip them in anything. What do you dip them in?
I like to dip them in Greek yogurt. I like to dip them in ranch. I'm really open to any dipping situation if it's like a tangy dip.
Tangy dip.
Mhm.
Do you like blue cheese?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Blue cheese or ranch?
Definitely blue cheese, I'd say, because it's got that bite to it. You know, it's got that that power.
Yes, you like the tang, and I like that about you. Now, what about horseradish?
No, that one's a little too much power behind the horseradish. I think, yeah.
Too much power. Okay, so there is a level of power you're willing to undergo before you don't like the sauce.
Exactly.
Very nice. There's a lot. You're making me very hungry for some carrots because you're right. They're good alone too. You know what's not as good alone?
What's that?
Broccoli.
I disagree on that, Moneyworm. I could eat a broccoli on its own. Yeah, I like that. It's the texture for me, though. You know, the little top of it with the little thingies and in your mouth. It's nice, and then the stalk is nice.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. It's just nice all around. And not that I don't like broccoli, but I feel like given the choice between a raw vegetable, between a carrot and a broccoli, I would pick a carrot and not the broccoli. Now, did you ever eat a carrot and pretend that you were Bugs Bunny?
Oh, yeah. And not just a carrot. I mean, I would like do it with any number of crunchy items when I was a kid. Because I really liked to pretend to be Bugs Bunny. There's like a home video of me when I was like 4 and I'm eating like a bag of Lay's and I'm just like munching them all hard and then being like, "What's up, Doc?" And I do that for like 5 minutes.
Amazing. This is your talent. No wonder you thought of carrots. I think carrots are just deeply embedded into your DNA.
Yeah.
I think that you share a lot of DNA with a carrot.
You could be right.
I think that's right. Amazing. Now, do you peel a carrot before you eat it?
Not always. It depends on the state of the carrot. If it's looking kind of, maybe my carrots have been sitting there for a minute, I'll do the peel. But I really don't. I'm pretty lazy. So what I do is I typically just bite off the tip because it's kind of weird looking, and I'll put that somewhere, throw it in the trash or something. Then eat the rest of the carrot. I get about 3/4 of the way up, and I'm done.
Isn't that interesting that we do that to certain things? Because I do that too. Have you ever had a banana?
Oh, yeah.
You know how the part that it grows from, it has that kind of weird little bit, almost like the banana's a noose? I never eat that part.
That's interesting. I have to debate on whether I'm going to eat it or not. when I have a banana. Either I'm feeling it or I'm not. So I'll either like get it off of there before I do, or just shove the thing in.
Gotcha. No, I always pluck it. I always pluck it and throw it somewhere. You like to throw it at walls and things because it sticks to things. Wow. Well, I'm learning so much about you, crack mother. I'm learning so much about you. That's interesting. I've always learned to peel the carrots. But again, my mama was kind of one of those crazy mamas who probably thought that I would get sick if I consumed a carrot raw with the skin on.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Did you think that you were getting this deep of a question?
I really wasn't sure. And I've been kind of nervous about calling in, but it seemed like this was a very, I don't know, like I wasn't going to be under a lot of pressure. And so seeing the other calls, I was like, okay, I think I can do this now.
Very nice. You were like, wow, I can do better than those people because I'm a carrot. I'm the carrot of vegetables. All of these other people were Brussels and sprouts. I'm glad that this is a very nice and relaxing and easy conversation for you to have.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, did you find everything that you wanted to find from this amazing orb?
I believe I did, Moneyworms.
I think you did too. And carrots. Carrots, everyone. They're good for your eyes. They're good for your nails. They're good for your teeth. And they're orange. What other fruits or what other vegetables are orange, you know?
I don't think I think that's only one.
That's the only one.
Wait, no. Is a yama veg?
Yes.
That's a veg.
It has to be. That is a veg. And it is also orange. You're right. They should have called carrots oranges. Uncle Steve Reno, thank you so much for the sub. And Bunkbot, thank you very much for the sub. I may have missed that. Well, thank you so much for calling in. Crack Mother. And I'm glad that you called in. This has been an amazing call. Very rad call.
Thanks for having me, Moneyworms. It was a pleasure.
Of course. Thank you so much for being an awesome member of this community. Rad call.
Rad call. Bye-bye.
We talked about orange veggies tonight. A carrot. One of the most crunchiest of all the vegetables. I used to whittle mine into chess pieces, you know, with my teeth. And I would try to play chess with my friends at lunch. This was in high school. No one talked to me. I was a loner. But I was one of those loners that whittled chess pieces out of carrots. So I'd like to think I was the true victor in this world. I was the carrot amongst other vegetables. You can call in at 419-777-WORM 9676. I'm glad tonight has been interesting for all of you. Look at this screen. Castled the carrot. Whoops. This has been a very nice stream so far. The orb will tell you many things. You never know what the orb will tell you. Maybe it will ask you your deepest fears. Maybe it will ask you who your favorite child is or sibling is. Maybe it will ask you what type of vegetable you are, which, again, I'm just clicking where the orb is telling us.
Call from
Naomio.
Naomio.
Hi, Moneyworms.
Hello, thank you so much for the raid. What were you streaming tonight?
Oh, I'm trying to get my
stream. I'm trying to get to affiliate, so I was just streaming myself playing video games. But
Amazing.
normally I stream trivia.
Trivia. Well, everyone, right now, if you're watching the stream, please go check out Naomio. Twitch.tv/Naomio and give Naomio a follow. Get Naomio to affiliate so that Naomio can start making hundreds of millions of dollars tomorrow.
Maybe.
Maybe. You never know. You never know. What game were you playing?
I was playing League of Legends.
Ah. Have you seen that one show?
No, I haven't. It's like Arcane.
Arcane, yes.
I have not seen it.
Ah.
Have you seen it?
I've seen a bit of it. It looks amazing. The animation style is incredible. But you know what? We're not here to talk about Arcane. We have our own bit of Arcane right in front of us here in this orb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to hear what the orb has to tell me. The orb, by the way, is looking really nice tonight.
Wow.
It has a nice glow,
Yes,
a
it
nice
does.
inner sparkle.
Yes. Did you hear that orb? People appreciate you, and they like the way you look. They think you are hot, orb. They think you're a hot orb.
Very hot orb. Both inner and outer beauty.
Yes, yes, of course. Smart, beauty, grace, all of the things you look for in an orb and want to ponder in that orb. Well, would you like to see what this orb has in store for you?
Yes. Let's see what the orb has in store.
Let's see what this orb has in store for Naomio. Wow. I can already see it. I'm looking at it. I'm looking into this orb. And I see, within its majestic beauty, its V-hot orb, horb, storb, warb, adorb orb, the adorb most adorable, adorable orb has to ask you, what is your favorite piece of clothing that you own?
That's a good question.
It is a good question. The orb asked.
Thank you, orb. Thank you for the question. I usually like to wear dresses. It's kind of like my uniform. So maybe a dress of mine.
A dress.
I don't know.
Yours.
Yeah, a dress maybe.
So maybe it is. Does it depend on the pattern of the dress, or you just like dresses in general?
I like dresses in general because they're easy to wear, but you always look dressed up. But they actually are pretty low effort. So yeah, I would say dresses in general. No one dress, because it does depend on the weather and my mood and what I'm feeling that day. So I don't know if I could choose just one, but yes, dresses are definitely my favorite piece of clothing.
It's in the name, a dress. You feel dressed up. You get dressed, and you put on a dress. I almost feel like a dress was the first piece of clothing ever invented, but I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Roybus says that he prefers muumuus, but I would argue that muumuus are a style of dress.
A muumuu is a style of dress. What is a kilt?
A kilt is a bottom.
A kilt is a bottom. Is a dress just a top, or is it all of it?
I think a dress is a whole outfit.
It's a whole outfit.
Yeah.
Now, a dress. People wear them.
Have you ever worn a dress?
I have. I once had to model my mama's old wedding dress.
Why did you have to model it?
I don't think I had. I would think I was tricked into doing it for a picture.
Oh. Well, I bet it looks nice. I mean, that's kind of the fanciest dress you can get.
It is, and it was interesting to be in that dress in that moment and to stand there while my mama took a picture of me.
You mentioned, I think it was on your last stream, you kept saying that your mama said that you were unappealing, and I just want to tell you to not listen to your mama.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do love my mama, but it was true. I think she just likes to get my goat sometimes, but sometimes it goes too far, mama. It goes too far. And then I spend the next 20 minutes debating to myself, am I truly unappealing? Or is it just that things and styles and the ways that we are have changed, much like dresses have changed? Dresses used to just be one color, and you wore them only on certain occasions, ceremonial things. And now you can wear them whenever you want.
It's true. It's a good metaphor for life.
It is. Dresses. Now, do you feel like you wear a dress most days?
Yeah, I do.
Are you most comfortable in a dress?
Yeah, I would say so.
Interesting. Very nice. Now, when you're doing more of the physical activities, do you prefer to have a dress or do you prefer to wear something else?
It depends, but I guess I don't do a lot of I don't do a lot of activities that.
Like if you were going to ride a bike, I feel like it would be a little difficult to ride a bike with a dress on.
It depends.
It depends.
Maybe if I'm mountain biking or something, that might be difficult. But if I'm just on a cruiser, cruising down a flat road or something, or around a lake, I don't know.
A dress is fine. Is there a favorite place that you like to go to get dresses?
I used to do this app called Rent the Runway, and you could rent dresses for a certain period of time, and it's kind of like, I really liked it because you could, it didn't take up too much room in your closet, and you got to try really expensive dresses, but didn't really have to pay full price for them. I don't know if you've heard of that app, but I really liked it.
Oh, Kane Rohan, I'm glad you have these socks. They were gifted to me. I like that idea. I like the idea of that. And then you send it back, so you're just kind of, you don't permanently own the dress.
No, yeah, exactly. And so it saves room in your closet, and you also get to try a lot of different dresses and styles and stuff and switch them out really easily.
Which makes sense, because you like the idea of the dress almost more than, you don't have a specific dress that you like. So you just like wearing dresses. So this service that is offered to you, which gives you dresses to wear and try on, and then you send them back, it's a fleeting moment, but it's just the fact that you get to experience a bunch of dresses.
Exactly.
I'm getting it. I'm understanding. Because I'm a type of person who wears about 6 things, and they're all t-shirts and shorts or jeans. And I wear this for every stream because it's nice and I like it. I think it's goofy. But I like things for the way that they look, not so much for the type of clothing that they are. But maybe I should reframe my mind into liking the type and style of clothing instead of just what's merely on the printed fabric.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like my Steve Jobs look. You know how he always wore a black turtleneck and jeans. It's kind of like that. It's like a uniform, like a go-to.
But it's your style.
So it's like
who you are.
But mine would be dress and tights. Good to go.
Dress and tights, good to go. Do you think there will ever be a point in time where you say to yourself, I don't think I want to wear dresses anymore?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah,
The
who knows?
future is endless. It is not bound or constricted like the sides of this orb. But what's funny is that inside of this orb, it's infinite, ongoing, and forever. And to that I say, did you find everything that you wanted to find from this orb?
Yes.
Yes.
The orb is sparkling and beautiful, and I appreciate its wisdom.
I appreciate its wisdom too, and I appreciate this call from you. And I appreciate you sending all of your amazing people that you had over earlier. Thank you so much for this call. Keep wearing dresses. Maybe I'll wear a dress soon. Who knows?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Moneyworm.
Of course. Thank
Have
you
a good
so
night.
much. Rad call. Thank you for calling in, Naomio. You never know. A year ago, I told myself, I'll never have a bidet. I think that's odd. And look at me now. I'm blasting my ass.
Call from
Alex.
Alex, I'm wearing your socks.
Yay, socks.
These are the
Socks
red
incredibly
ones.
important.
These red socks are very nice. They're very comfortable, and I have about 8 or 9 socks left to wear.
I know, see? You gotta be versatile with the socks, man.
I know, a happy birth pile of socks. And you know what the thing is? I haven't had to wash them yet because there's just so goddamn many of them.
I know. See? I doubled your fucking sock collection.
You did. And I love socks. I don't love socks as much as Naomio loves dresses, but I love socks as much as Crack Mother loves carrots.
It's probably correct.
And thank you again for the socks. I do love
Yeah.
socks.
Yeah. I want to ponder this fucking orb.
You want to ponder the fucking orb? Look at this orb first. Look
I
at
love orbs.
Look at this orb. Look at it.
I'm a big orb person.
Ooh, you're a big orb person. What got you into orbs?
Yeah. What kind of orbs?
No, what got you into orbs? How'd you get into orbs?
Oh, okay. 2 years ago, Atlanta has this. What the fuck is it? Like botanical gardens or something?
The
And I went to go
Atlanta
visit my
Botanical
friend.
Gardens.
Yeah, and they have a New Year's thing. They put lights everywhere. And they have these big fucking light up orbs that change color to music. My friends and I were fucking obsessed with these orbs.
You were into orbs before being into orbs was cool.
Yeah, man, I love those orbs. Those are good fucking orbs, man.
They are good orbs.
And then you could buy a tiny version of the orb. I almost bought an orb.
Oh my god, I gotta go back to I need to go back to the Atlanta Botanical Gardens and find these orbs that you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking. I've never seen an orb there. Kind of expensive to go there. It's like $30.
Yeah, but I was on vacation. You gotta treat yourself
Exactly.
sometimes.
That's what I was gonna say. But you gotta go once. I've been there once. I just I haven't gone back because I didn't know there was an orb there. If I knew there was a fucking orb there, I'd go back there.
There's orbs. Not just one orb, many orbs.
I gotta go back on acid, Roybo says. All right, great. Well, I will procure some acid.
There are a
and
lot
go
of
and
people
go.
on drugs there.
I'm sure. Orbs are very conductive, and they
Yeah,
treat
and they
the
give you
spirit.
glasses that make fucking weird light shapes. That was not the correct phrase.
Ah,
But-
it refracts the light. I know what you're talking about. They do. They
Yeah.
give you those crazy glasses.
Yeah.
That's right. The orb
Yeah.
seeing glasses. It's so and they were the same glasses that they gave that Mormon guy to see that angel who told him that you should go dig up stuff and look through stones and things.
Yeah, there's probably light down there. Saw it.
I know. All right. Well, let's look at this orb. If you are ready to look inside of this orb
I'm so
and
ready.
ponder its delicious delectables, just say the word.
Incredibly ready. I'm ready. I'm so
You're
ready.
ready for this orb. Ah, I see inside of this orb. Wow. Places near and far, far and near. Places that I've never been, places that you have been. Now, here's the thing. What's one place you've traveled to that you never want to go back to?
Fuck. Oh, shit.
In other words, what's a place that you went to that you just fucking didn't like a lot?
Damn, this is a hard one.
This is a hard one. Some people just had to think of what vegetable they were. Some people had to tell us their habits. Some people, pancakes or waffles. But you have to think back to a time where you went somewhere and you didn't like it. That was stupid. You don't want to go back there.
Fuck.
Come here, though.
I gotta pick something.
It's all right. Take your time. Take your time. And if you
I'm
truly...
taking my time.
Where are some places that you've been to that you just didn't like going to? It could be a country. It could be a friend's house. It could be a subway station. It could be just a place that you live by that you don't like. It could be anything. It could even be the Atlanta Botanical Gardens, but something tells me that you liked it there.
I did like it there. I haven't been to like enough different places that like I didn't like a place that I went.
Well, Alex, because you gave me socks, I'm feeling in tune with this orb right here, and we can ask it a different question if you would like.
Oh shit! I don't know. Should I ask her? Or should I just man up and fucking pick one?
You can do whatever you want. If it's not coming to you immediately, and it's only because you got me socks.
It's not.
All right.
No.
Let us peer into this orb once more. Once more into this orb. The orb is difficult sometimes. The orb can be angry.
I think she's mad at me.
Ah. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. If you lost all of your possessions but one, what would that possession be?
Does it have to be non-living? Is that a weird thing? Because like technically I possess things that are alive.
That's true. I think that
alive
this is
thing, my dog.
Oh, your dog.
For sure, obviously, because that would be fucking crazy.
Now,
not a live thing.
No, you can say dog.
Like a stuffed cat from my childhood.
A stuffed cat.
And like, I don't acknowledge it, in my daily life. But I feel if I had like one thing, after like all my shit like burned down or something, I'd be like, at least I have this fucking stuffed cat.
Ah, that's true. Who gave you this cat?
Ooh, I think I got it for Christmas. I don't know. I was probably like 5 or something.
Ooh. So this cat has been with you for quite some time now.
Yeah, for close to 30 years probably. Roughly 25 years.
You've taken this cat with you wherever you've moved?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Do you feel that you've ever had a scare where you thought you lost this cat?
Oh, multiple times. I remember losing my fucking shit about it and like being inconsolable about not having this cat and I don't think about this cat in my daily life. I don't play with it or hug it, but
you are not conscious that this cat brings you a lot of joy and comfort.
Yeah.
Where do you keep this cat, though? Because maybe that tells all of it. Maybe it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, but it still receives some sort of pedestal in your life.
Okay, so that's definitely in my bedroom, but it's not in a place where I do activities with it.
Gotcha. You don't do activities with this cat.
You don't do activities with the cat.
Interesting. Now, you don't just keep it away in your closet. Is it out in the open?
It's not in my closet. It's on a shelf. What's a big bookcase called? Do you know the thing that's alive in Beauty and the Beast? I mean, they're all alive. It's a big piece of furniture.
Yes.
I don't know. It's got cabinets.
You keep
it's
it on
lady.
your candlestick. A cupboard. Are you thinking of a cupboard?
It's
you have an old-timey
cupboard
in your room where you keep things in it? An old-timey little cupboard?
It's from Pottery Barn and also incredibly old because I moved into a new house and I had no
furniture. So I got a bunch of
Armoire.
old furniture, but
An armoire.
an armoire. Maybe,
Armoire. You keep it in the armoire. Below, but it protects it.
yeah. It's on top. So it's like
on top.
staring at me, you know?
Is anything else with it?
Yeah, I got a handful of dumb shit, but I got a lot of Pikachus. Little tiny Pikachu figurines.
That boy Hadrius says bong. Something about a bong.
He hides his bong in there.
He hides his bong in your cat? No wonder you don't want to lose it. It's got the bong.
No
in it.
wonder. Yeah, she's like fucked up too. I used to like perform fake surgery on her.
How you doing?
So like there were places where like I cut her open, like stitched her back together.
Wow, so there's memories. You made memories with this thing. And it's true, because as we are children, and we are just coming into this world and acknowledging all of its secrets and infinitesimal wisdom, we sometimes make tiny idols that we idolize, and we call them stuffed animals.
Yeah.
I used to
I had
have
big hopes and dreams for the cat.
I used to have some sort of stuffed animal, and I bit its nose off.
I feel like that's common. I think I know someone else who bit a stuffed animal's nose off.
Yeah. We all live the same life with our stuffed animals. All of us have a stuffed animal that we bit the nose off of. Some of us swallowed it, some of us spit it out, some people's mamas stitched it back on. Do you know how you got this cat? Do you know what it's from?
It was probably Christmas, and I just like, my sister got a really big one, and I got like a smaller one, and everyone else abandoned like what they received except for me.
Wow. So your sister does not have this giant cat anymore?
I don't think so.
Do you rub it in your sister's face that you still have this cat?
No, she has a different animal, but it's not the cat.
You know, my cat has a favorite stuffed animal, and it is also a cat.
Aw, that's cute.
And we give children dolls, which are just tiny versions of us.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of weird?
Too.
Isn't that a little weird?
It's pretty weird.
Have you ever gotten a doll and you're like, this is just a little tiny person, this is weird?
Listen, I was a weird fucking kid, so I have a lot of comments there that I'll keep to myself.
Gotcha. Hey, say no more. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Something tells
I was
me
a weird kid.
I was odd as well. I used to take carrots and whittle them into chess pieces at lunch and try to challenge people to carrot chess.
Listen, that's creative.
It was universally accepted as a weird thing, though.
At least you weren't like the nose picker.
Well, I could have been. I didn't eat a booger. I never ate my boogers. I've never eaten boogers. I mean, I'm sure I've eaten a booger. I've probably eaten a booger on purpose and on accident. No, I've probably eaten one on purpose and accident.
Okay. I like the honesty.
I'm being honest with you, but I don't think I've ever liked it. I think they're a salty mess. Hey, Jay Dozer, how you doing? Gene, how you doing? Alien Wizardess, how you doing? Kane Rohan, Mia, butt picker. I'm a butt picker.
There's a lot going down over there.
Not anymore, though, because I have a bidet.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I feel like you have not talked about the bidet in a long time.
I know. I still have a couple allotments of saying bidet. It's interesting that you could not answer a place that you no longer want to go to, but you knew exactly the physical thing that you would feel bad about. And that's incredible that it's not. It's a stuffed animal that you've just had for a while. It's nostalgia. It's something you've just had for so long.
Yeah, it would be weird to no longer have it. It's been too long.
That is true. Ain't that something? Ain't that something wumptin', you know?
Ain't that something?
What's going on over here?
Well,
Hold on.
thank you to the orb for giving me multiple questions.
Thank you to the orb for giving it another
question.
question. Thank it again. Thank it one more time, because you did get a reroll.
Thank you so much, Orb. Everything that you do is everything I've ever wanted, and I hope that you just have a fucking
splendid time
Yes.
being an orb.
And tonight, before you go to sleep, take a good long ponder at that cat that you have. Give thanks to the cat. It is your tiny idol that you have worshipped for many, many years.
I'm going to do it right now.
Do it right now, as soon as you get off the phone call.
Do it right
It
now.
is your false idol. It will be the reason that you will not get into heaven.
Probably. I'm sure there's a handful of those.
You shall not have false idols. Well, Alexander, again, thank you so much for the socks. Thank you for the rad call. Thank you for re-rolling on the orb and giving thanks to this beautiful, beautiful orb. This has been a very rad call.
Thanks. Good night, orb.
Good night, orb. Good night, moon. Good night, me. Good night, you. Good night to the man that looks through my window as I sleep. Hello. I see you and you see me. Here's the thing. I'm not complaining and neither are you. The orb is here amongst all of you. He's peering at the orb, crack mother, exactly. He's peeing at the orb. He's excited. Everything in life excites him.
Call from
Alien.
Alien.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you, worms?
I'm doing well. How are you doing? I have this amazing, illustrious orb in front of me that I've been staring at all night.
Yeah, we've all been kind of vibing around this orb tonight.
We have. The orb is the main attraction for tonight. It gives us infinite secrets, unknown things. It's blue and it's beautiful. What do you think about it?
It's been really relaxing, actually, to have on while I do stuff.
Nice.
In front of my desk. It's very got like a lava lamp sort of energy, but it's not a lava lamp because it's on the internet and there's a man around it.
Yes, there's two equally things, people. It's two of me.
Yeah, this is really interesting.
Yes. Is the
Especially
stream
I
relaxing?
like when you were switching between the angles really quickly, flickering between them. That was nice.
I will do it again for you. If it's slow, it's a slow transition, this one. Has it been... Has the stream been relaxing? Is this a relaxing stream?
Yeah, I like this one. I mean, the music is your go-to relaxing music, which is always very nice.
It's the 10-hour meditative music set, royalty free on the YouTubes.
You found this on YouTube, huh?
The orb?
Was it in your recommended? Do you listen to a lot of meditation?
No, I was specifically looking for it, but this one is tried and true. I've probably played this song the entirety of my streaming, probably for a year and a couple months, really.
Yeah, it's got this very Moneyworms feel to it now.
It does. I should rent this. I should buy this track from this YouTube channel and pay an astronomical amount for it to license it as my own.
Is it weird to touch yourself on the TV?
It's never weird to touch yourself.
Thank you.
Never feel weird about touching yourself. That's what we're for some reason we're taught not to.
I needed to hear that. I really needed to hear that.
Yeah. Exactly. This orb, though, is the reason that we were here tonight, Alien Wizardess. And the whole thing revolves around this revolving orb of sorts. It's a beautiful orb.
Yeah.
Would you like to dive deep into its mystery pools of victory inside this beautiful, delicious blueberry of a thing?
I mean, I was. Now I'm kind of overwhelmed.
Dat boy Hadrius, I'm glad. Welcome in, welcome in. You're overwhelmed? Why? Why are you overwhelmed? Because there's two of me? Or because there's an orb?
It's just so, I just know it's going to be so profound.
Ah, you're anticipating the pureness and the energies of this timeless sphere.
Right. Yeah.
Well, let's ask it a question. Nope. Let's have it ask us a question. You and I. Me and you. Alien.
Okay.
Ah, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it now.
What's it say?
It took a second, but I love it. This one is great. It's timeless. It is eternal and ephemeral. And it is wispy. Then there's a void, and I see it, and I'm looking at it. Are you ready to see what it has to say?
I think so.
What is your go-to dance move?
Oh no. Okay. Well, it's kind of, I think we called it the, okay. My friends and I had a name for it. I think we called it the Grumpy. Some variation of that, you know, the Grumpo, whatever.
The Grumpy?
Basically,
the Grump? I've never heard of this.
I don't know if it's a real thing at all. This is old. This is really old. And I still, like, break it out whenever I need to shake things up.
How old is it? Is it as old as, like, the ragtime? Like, how old is this thing? What are you talking about? You doing dances from, like, the 20s? The crumpet.
No.
The crumpet. They did it in the 30s when we won the war.
I don't think it's that old. It was like a middle school. I don't know, middle school age, like Code Lyoko era.
Oh, Code Lyoko era. Very nice. Very good reference. I get that. I used to love that show. And it's called The Crumpet?
No, the Grumpy or the Grumpo or the Grumping.
The Grumpo. Grumping. Are you sure it's not crumping? I've heard of crumping.
No, it's not.
It's
No, wait.
fucking crumping. Homie, crumping.
Crumping is not my go-to. Oh.
Well, what's the Grumpo? Just
Oh, wow.
explain it to us.
Is that crumping?
That's crumping.
I don't think.
Explain to me the Grumpo. How do I do the Grumpo?
Oh, actually, yeah, that was not crumping, but that was very similar to the Grumpo. So you bend your knees and like get your hips like kind of, lower to the ground as you bend your knees, and you hang your head over. I don't know if you can do it with your headset. You have to like slump your entire forward body, your body forward, the top, and let your arms dangle as you kind of like shuffle from foot to foot, lifting each foot as you go back and forth.
I feel like I don't know.
You really got to let it swing. You really got to let it, you really got to swing from side to side. So.
Is this working? Is this it? Is this it?
Yeah, that's really close. Yeah, you're grumping right now.
So you're trying to tell me, trying to tell me that you'd be at like a wedding, and they would be like, "All right, everybody, on the dance floor," and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go Grumpo."
I don't tell anyone. I just do it.
You just go and do the grumpo? That's your go-to? Like they put on you're at Skateland and they put on some Britney Spears and you're out there doing the fucking grumpo?
Listen, how do you think I started getting involved in all these?
I feel like a video game bad guy who's like waiting to get jumped on and have his head bopped in, you know? This is stupid.
Stop.
I'm not here to judge. The grumpo is amazing. Listen, you told me that it's the grumpo. Sorry, you were about to say something?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Your show.
The grumbo. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to look up how to do the grumbo after this.
It's not like something you can look up online.
You made it up?
Yeah, this isn't like somebody else's move.
Oh, is that why you like it? Because you created it yourself?
I didn't make it. We did it. We, as in like my friends.
You and your group of friends. I got you. That is your favorite dance move. It's because you made it with your friends. Now I get it. You didn't do it because it looks good or that it's fun to do or because you feel good doing it. You did it because everybody else looked as stupid as you did.
Yeah.
Solidarity in something that is ridiculous. I love it. And that is worth 1,000 birds in the bush.
1,000 pecks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd go to the middle school dance and we'd be in like this big group of fucked up kids. We weren't like,
You were just a big group of
not on drugs.
grumpos. You were just a group of grumpos. Big old grumpy group of You were a big old group of grumpos. Grumpos?
Yeah. It was like me and like the whole anime club and like some of the photo club and some choir kids.
Yes.
And we all would grumpo at the middle school dance.
Yeah. This sounds like something that you would do at like your thespian stuff. This sounds like something that you would do for sure.
Yep.
Grumpos. Did you call your group of friends the Grumpos?
No. There was another move that I would encourage you to try.
Ooh. Is this one going to be... Am I going to know this one? Or did you make this one up?
Yeah, no, it's not... I don't know if it's like a dance move necessarily. Anyway, it's called the ostrich.
The ostrich.
It would be easier to teach you if we were in the same room. But basically, your shoulders are back and your neck and your chin's forward. Okay? And as you move... I have to stand to try to do this. As you move, you're going to lead with your chest and your chin. Yep. Lead with your chest and your chin. Like, bring the chest forward a little bit. And as you move, you're gonna take a step forward and you're gonna slide the tip of the toes of the foot that's behind you. So you drag your toes forward as you take these big steps. You drag your back foot toes forward and you have your arms wide.
Am I doing it?
Yeah, but they're big steps. Yeah, just imagine, everyone.
I don't know if I can do big. Hold on.
Yeah.
I think I preferred the grumbo.
Yeah, that was better for you.
Yes, I need to see it. It is hard to be explained how to do the ostrich.
Yeah, it requires a demonstration, but you did great anyway. Thank you.
You know what? You did great too because you didn't tell me an actual dance move and you explained the dance moves, but your dance moves were all because they meant something to you and not something to anyone else.
What do you mean they don't mean anything to anyone else?
Because when you said grumbo, I did not know what that was. But now, you and
my dance moves don't matter to anyone?
No, they matter to me because I've done it and I've experienced it.
Okay.
But, kinda, yeah.
Damn.
But I like it because now I would be part of the grumbo kids.
It is niche.
It's niche. It's niche quiche. And you know what? It felt good doing the grumbo. It didn't feel, it was uncomfortable to do the ostrich, but I understand. Sometimes beauty is pain.
Yeah.
Filipina, how you
Yeah.
doing? They don't have to
I'm
mean
in so much pain. What? I'm sorry.
They don't have to mean anything to anyone else. As long as it's meaningful to you, that's what matters.
Yeah, sure. It also does just matter. It matters. The grumbo matters.
The grumbo matters. Everyone, the grumbo matters. And I did the grumbo tonight. We all did the grumbo, spiritual with each other. And someday, we will all grumbo together. Someday the grumbo will be the #1 dance trend in the world.
Oh, yeah, let's manifest that.
Let's manifest it. Did you get everything that you wanted from this orb, alien?
Yes.
I'm glad you solved the mysteries of the universe, the mysteries of this orb, this handsome, beautiful, amazing orb that everyone has thanked tonight.
Oh, I'm supposed to... Thank you so much, Orb.
Yes, thank you,
Thank
Orb.
you so much, Moneyworms.
Of course, Alien, it's so glad to hear your voice again. Thank you so much for calling in and for being an amazing member of this community. Rad call.
Rad call.
Rad call, Alien. Have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you, Orb. Thank you, Fork. Thank you, Orb. Thank you, Orb. Alien, thank you so much for the call. Thank you for teaching me how to do those amazing dance moves. They were very... I'm sure there's a million clips now of
Call
me
from
doing the grumpo.
Allie.
Allie.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm cool. I'm a long-time lurker. I don't usually engage on the internet, but I was enticed by the orb, so I thought I would call in.
Oh, you were enticed by... I'm always enticed by the orb. I can see why. It's a good-looking orb.
Yeah, I was just vibing to you while I did some cross-stitch, and decided I would jump the thing and go for it.
Amazing. I'm glad you did. I'm so glad you called in. It is the most amazing thing for me is to get someone new that calls in who is interested in the stream. And I thank you for lurking, and I thank you for pondering this amazing orb. What are you cross-stitching?
I'm actually cross-stitching a bookmark for my roommate as a late Christmas gift.
Very nice. You know, I think that deadlines for Christmas gifts are goofy anyways. And when you're making something for someone, spend as long as you want on it.
Oh yeah, my roommates are all very chill. I had this pie-in-the-sky idea to stitch bookmarks for them for Christmas, and I thought I could definitely get that done at least before New Year's. That didn't happen.
Yes, but it's okay, because you're doing it now, and you're watching the stream, and you're calling me to take a break so that your fingers can recuperate, and so that you can ponder this orb.
That is genuinely the case, yeah.
Very
and
nice.
I'm a pondering.
You love pondering. Have you pondered an orb before?
I feel like it is likely in my life that I have pondered at least one or two. I actually used to have a little light-up one when I was in middle school. Like, it was just a crystal ball that went on a light. You got them at Walmart for like $15. I used to gaze into that orb to try and fall asleep, but I don't know if it gave me any secrets as much as it gave me like sleep deprivation.
But that sleep deprivation, it taught you, it made you who you are. It changed the course of your life.
There's probably some truth to that.
So in a way,
ripples.
Other orb. It is.
I was actually just talking to my roommates recently about how I could trace back the fact that I currently live in Florida with them to the fact that I learned a bird song when I was 17. If you go through like the ripples of time. So like...
That's true. Isn't it odd that sometimes the smallest things can change the biggest course of our lives?
Yeah, it's wild. Like, I saw a Facebook status. It was like, oh man, I really like this song by the Birds. It's Mr. Spaceman. And like, I know that a year later...
I thought you said it was a song about a bird. And I was like, what was it? The Pelican?
No, it was a song by the Birds, like 60s rock band.
Oh,
And I just, like, I saw a Facebook memory or whatever that was me saying, oh, I really like this song. And I was like, a year later, I came up with an idea for a short story about an alien because of that song, and, like, stuff. Now I live in Florida with people and work at Universal. It's all wild.
Oh, very nice. Universal.
The ripples of time.
The ripples of time. I love Universal. You know, I'm a Florida boy myself.
Oh, right on.
Yes.
Where are you at?
I am currently not a Florida boy, but I grew up in the gorgeous town of Tarpon Springs, Florida.
Got you. I am not a Florida native myself. I come from Kentucky. I just ended up stumbling down here because of wanting to get out of Kentucky.
Because of the birds. Well, if you ever find yourself in Tarpon Springs, Florida, there's a place called the Sponge Docks. They've got sponges there, and the sponges are very light. They're deceivingly light. They look so heavy, but they're light. They're sponges. But we're not here for the sponges. We're here for this amazing orb, Allie.
Absolutely.
I know you've pondered an orb before, and it changed the course of your life because it told you to listen to a bird, and the bird said you need to move to Florida. Now, are you ready to peer into this orb and see what its secrets it has for you?
Absolutely. I'm gazing quite intently.
Gaze with me as I look into this orb from all angles. I will reach into the orb and I will pluck out its secrets. Let's check out the secrets that this orb has to say. Ah! Already I can see a secret that is bubbling to the surface of this orb. Are you ready to hear its secrets?
Yes, absolutely.
Ah. Do you have any nicknames?
Just Allie, really. Allie is a nickname, I guess.
There's another question bubbling up to the top of this orb, and it says, ah, what is something you can never seem to finish?
A book that I'm trying to fucking write.
Ooh, oh, you're writing a book. Wow.
I've got like 17 rough drafts of like different stories and stuff on my novel or on my computer, and just like once I punch out a first draft, I hate it and never look back. I can never seem to wrap those projects up.
Uh-huh. Well, I will say to you, maybe if you spent more time on the book and less time crocheting. What did you say? Crocheting?
Cross-stitching.
Cross-stitching. I don't know what either of them are, but I'll pretend that I know.
General embroidery.
Gotcha. General embroidery of things. Embroidering. Embroideries. I was just only kidding. I think that you should embroider and write a book. Maybe you can write a book about embroidering.
I'm sure it could weave some sort of theme into that. I usually write sci-fi.
Weaving.
Sci-fi embroidery would probably.
I see what you did there.
Right,
you're weaving, intertwining, and stitching these cross-stitching stories, much like the story of a book. Now, what is this book about that you're writing?
Oh my God. Oh geez, my latest project that I did for Nano this past November. It's kind of weird. It's loosely sci-fi. It takes place on an alien planet that is also inhabited by human beings that worship these 9 gods, but they don't know that their 9 gods are actually the 9 astronauts that brought them to this world and populated it.
Well, don't ruin it for me. I haven't read it yet.
Well, I mean, the reader will know this, but your main characters do not. You're kind of on this journey watching them discover it, because the 2 main characters, one's like very pious and he's a priest of these astronaut gods, and his brother is having a rough time because he's been exiled and is called forsaken by the gods because of crazy reasons. I'm not going to get into a whole thing here. I could go on, but
it seems like you have a pretty solid. You know a lot about what's happening in this book. What's keeping you from writing this book? Is it digitizing it? Is it the keyboard? The keyboard is tough to learn.
No, the keyboard's probably the one part I got down. I can type really fast when I know what I'm typing. I ran into just like a hard plot problem where one character has absolute like confirmation that these gods are astronauts, and he's got to hide it from his super religious brother, but also go on this like very spiritual journey, I guess, to like find the first temple, which is a spaceship. It's a whole thing. I've been thinking about the story for like.
It seems that you've already written it. What part are you stuck on? Maybe I can help.
I mean, it's just kind of figuring out how to. Okay, so a spaceship crash lands on this not Earth planet, right?
Yes.
And they find him. This guy's tumbled out. He was originally one of those astronauts. He was on that team, but for plot reasons got separated. Has been in a cryo sleep in an escape pod for thousands of years.
Yes.
And he
That would be
tells
me.
the guy
I
who
would be
found him,
sleeping.
one of these brothers, he tells them, like, hey, this is the deal. This is what's going on. So this one brother, like, knows that, oh, my God, these gods that we worship and that I thought forsook me or whatever, they're just people. They were just people like me. But, like, he also has to go right back to talking to his brother and going on this journey to find the first temple and feign a begging of forgiveness. And it's just kind of hard to figure out how to write the scene of, like, how do you just kind of go back to being like, well, okay, I guess you're coming on this journey with us, guy, whoever you are. And we won't tell him about them being humans and astronauts because that'll probably wreck his whole fucking life. So let's just keep it low key.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like, I've got the
one
broad strokes,
character-
but the conversations I'm lagging on.
I think that you need to incorporate more notes passed in secrecy between the two of them.
That would probably work. That would probably work. I guess I got stuck on one part of, like, transitioning from one place to another. And, like, I talked to my roommates because they're writers too. And they're like, just jump ahead to the next bit. And I'm like, but the bit that I'm on informs what happens next too much. I have to figure out how to handle this. And I don't know. I think I just spent too much time on it, decided to step away, and then stepped away for too long.
And that's sometimes what you have to do. Now, Disneyland Pimp is also bringing in the aspect of perhaps the brother is on LSD and thinks that he is dreaming. But I think that you need to incorporate more whispers to people like this, like, oh, and then the other character says, hey, what did you say? And then the other character says, oh, it's nothing. And then you don't have to worry about it.
Interesting. You know what? They say that the simplest solution is probably the best in a lot of cases, and I may have been overthinking this severely.
You are. You're overthinking about it. Secrets, little whispers, little tiny little gestures of sorts. A little tiny business card that is slipped in the pocket of it. I don't know. I've never written a book before. Don't listen to me. You want to listen to this orb. Amazing orb. Wow. So you can't finish this book.
I mean, you are channeling the orb, so what you say is what the orb is projecting.
That's true. I can only tell you what I see, though. So it's truly the orb and me, I guess. I am a conduit of sorts. I'm a plot element, if you will. Amazing. Wow.
That's incredible. What an honor, quite frankly.
It is an honor.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just be like, hey, I'm going to call in and talk about my novel. I feel very obnoxious. I didn't mean to go on a whole, summary.
No, that's good. Because here's the thing. A lot of people, including myself now, I got to see this movie when it comes out. I'm not going to read the book, but I'll watch the movie.
You know what? I used to want to be a screenwriter instead of a novel writer, and I've been told that sometimes my books read like screenplays, I guess. So I could definitely give it a shot.
Give it a shot. I thought you were going to say something like, oh, I don't know, a Lego set or something. I didn't know you were writing an entire novel. That's something to be proud of. I don't think I've ever sat down and written a novel before. You know, I can't finish my novel either.
I try all the time. I just can't get them out. It's usually by the time I get the full idea out, I'm like, wow, this is fucking silly, and then I never go back to it.
Well, it seems like you've got a lot of it written already, you know, and I'm telling you, the plot element, you need more notes passed secretly between people. You need more or telepathy. It has the power of telepathy.
Some convenient plot telepathy.
Yes, convenient plot telepathy. How do you think that came about? Telepathy is always the answer. Tachyon fields. It's
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of them passing notes like you did in middle school, where they're folded up into little crazy origami shapes.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. And the other person sees
it's
it.
Like, what's up? I thought I would drop you a few LA idiots.
Exactly. And then it comes out later. It falls out of the, how's it going, sussy boy, in Tallulah shorts. No! Hey, I just learned some bad news. I learned some really bad news. I think it happened while I was streaming. I'm a big, giant Bob Saget fan. But here's the thing. What was your name again?
My name's Allie.
Allie.
Yes.
Thank you so much for calling in. I hope that... Did you get everything that you wanted from this delicious orb?
I absolutely did. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, Mr. Worms.
Of course, and thank you so much for calling in. Again, like I said before, nothing is more amazing to me than someone who calls in for the first time. And we've had 2 first-time callers tonight. I'm going to sleep well. Well, Allie, I hope that you write your book and it comes out as a movie so I can watch it. I'm not going to read your book, but I'll look at your cross-stitch. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much for talking to me, and thanks for everybody in the chat for being rad.
Of course. Rad call, Allie.
Thank you. Good night.
This is a travesty. I love Bob Saget. I used to love Full House. I've never seen it, but I like Bob Saget. He was America's uncle. Isn't that what they called him? Let's take a moment to ponder this orb in Bob Saget's memory. Somebody's calling in.
Call from
It's Grandma.
Grandma.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good, Grandma.
Are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Did you get the green slippers I sent you?
No, I got these red ones.
Oh, that's not me. That's not. I only knit in green.
Wow. Snuggles, agreed. A savage stand-up comedian. Agreed. Grandma, look at this
Yes.
orb.
I see it.
Tonight, you and I, Grandma, we will ponder its infinite wisdoms. We will peer upon its blue wisdoms of serene energies and extract from it all the wonders of the universe.
Yes. That's what I called. Oh, your chat is going crazy here. I love your chat. I love you very much.
Oh, I love
Almost
you too.
as much as my grandson here.
I know, I love you, Grandma. I was just thinking about all those knitted green things that you make for me.
You remember those gifts I made you?
I remember.
You wanted a condom pouch, and I made one.
Condom pouch? What'd you say?
Yes. On your gitch, where you slip your condom in the condom pouch, so you
Yeah.
always have one with you.
That's right. It's like it dangles, and everyone always asks what it is, and I have to show it to them.
Yeah. So what's your orb doing right now?
I'm looking at it. We're going to ponder the mysteries of the universe, Grandma. Are you ready to dive in and see what question it has for you?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to look at this. Let's look. I want you to do this exercise with me. Close your eyes, Grandma.
All right, they're closed.
All right. Now, ponder this orb. Okay?
Yes.
All right. I see it. I see the energies, the blue energies emanating from this infinite orb. Its secrets are dribbling out of its orifices. It's sweaty. It's sweaty and it's clammy and it's dripping, and the drip drops are glip-glopping on the ground, and they're spelling out a story that I can read to you if you're willing, Grandma.
Yeah, go ahead, yes.
Grandma, what is the story behind one of your scars?
Oh, I got a good scar here. You know, I was probably 8 years old, and I was hanging out with my friend, and his sister was babysitting us, and his sister was hanging out with my sister because she was a bit younger. And you know your great aunt, Natty Rose?
Yeah, Natty Rose. She had that big giant mole on her nose.
Yes, that's her. Anyways, so they were busy, and me and Billy was his name. We were the same age, and we decided, you know what? Let's play art heist. And so what we were doing is we were breaking into my house. We'd go in through the front window. We'd take a cardboard box and steal all the artwork off the walls before they could find us. And then we would escape through the front window. So obviously, when you're a thief, you want to get the merchandise out as soon as possible. So we put that box of art out first, and then we climbed over the box through the window. And what ended up happening was we had this Coca-Cola frame, a nice big frame. It was brass. And so what happened was I pulled my leg out, and the brass frame, it hooks on right about my knee. I was wearing shorts at the time, and as I pulled my leg out, it sliced my whole calf all the way up to my ankle.
Wow.
And so that obviously became an emergency. They called my father, your great-grandfather.
Yes.
And he shows up.
What was his name again?
Foxy. Great-grandpa Foxy.
Grandpa Fox. That's right. That's why we got the donk,
So he saw it, and he was like, oh my gosh, what did you do? And I had to tell him we were playing art heist. And you know what he did?
What did he do?
I should have gone for stitches. But you know what he did?
No, I never heard this story.
He took a maxi pad and he took some hockey tape.
Oh.
And he taped it up to my calf. And he said, well, they're meant for blood.
Oh, wow.
And I was so embarrassed. I had to send my friend home instead of facing reality here. I hid in my bedroom with this maxi pad all bloody taped to my leg. That's the story of that scar.
That's how you got that
it's
maxi pad hockey tape shaped scar on your leg, the infamous one.
It's like 1.5 foot long now, you see, because it grew, and so the scar grew, and there's no denying there's a huge scar there.
No, I always thought it looked like a big giant maxi pad, the maxiest of maxi pads.
You still have that scar, don't you? You remember when you were visiting and you got that scar?
I know, and you used the same technique. You took some maxi pad and a bunch of hockey tape, and they used to call me Maxi Pad Moneyworms.
It's true, Chad. It's true. So
I have
what
phantom
else does
pains.
the orb see? What is it seeing now? Oh, I see something in there.
Oh.
I see it there.
What do you see?
Oh, the orb. Oh, yes. It won't tell me. It says it's got to go through you.
Huh? What? Yes. I see it too. And it's telling me that it's gonna be okay. You don't have to. If you don't want to do that thing you're gonna do, you don't have to do it. But I know you want to do it. But you don't have to.
So I might live forever.
You might.
Is that correct?
You can live forever. You have to live forever. You gotta live forever. I don't. This orb is telling you gotta live forever.
My grandson, your cousins, they wrote a song for me called "Live Forever."
Wow.
Maybe you heard it.
I haven't.
Baby, I don't really want to know. You heard that one?
No,
Your cousins wrote that.
I don't talk to
Did
my
you know that?
cousins. They were rich, and we weren't, and it
Gonna
made me
live
angry.
forever. You remember? I'm sure they sung it at the Christmas party once.
I remember that Christmas party. I remember that you got so drunk.
I did on gin. I'm embarrassed.
And you kept playing Granny's Fanny, and no one wanted to play.
I was just spanking my own butt. You remember that?
I remember it. And it was an ode to Grandpa Fox, you know?
Well, it was. He didn't have the best patience. He would smack us pretty good with this. We had the choice. You know what? When I was a kid, we had the choice between the wooden spoon and the strap, and we had to choose. We had to choose. We had the choice. You want the strap or do you want the wooden spoon? And you know what I did? I chose the wooden spoon, right? You would think it broke it on my butt. They broke it on my butt. True story.
Broken spoon. Broken spoon. That's what they meant by broken spoon. That's what my mom meant by broken spoon.
Yeah, don't make me break a spoon on you.
Don't make me break this spoon.
It hurt.
We used to spoon.
I just gotta say, you're lucky. You're really lucky you're both in your generation. You guys are protected by all these child laws. You see, when I was a kid, we didn't even have seat belts. Your parents would just leave you in the living room with an ashtray, and if you weren't careful, your cousin would just be there, and he starts eating the ashtray.
My cousin? Or your cousin?
Well, no, my cousin, right?
Oh. We have it so good. We have it so good. We don't eat ashtrays anymore. We used to. We don't eat them anymore.
That's right. That must be nice. You really, you know. I think that's why these old people say that millennials have issues. You see, is because they feel powerless to your generation. Because I spanked your mother. Because that's the way it went. Now she obviously didn't spank you. Look at you got this Farrah Fawcett haircut there on one side, and it's like what happened there?
I know, Grandma, and that's the thing is, I just want to be myself on the internet, Grandma, and you gotta understand that.
You're beautiful. You should do the whole hair blonde. Look at Chad. Press 1 if you think he'd look so lovely in a blonde Farrah Fawcett haircut. I can see
you're the most zoomerest boomer I know. Look at you, the press ones. That's what I love about you, Grandma. You keep up with the times.
You know what? I'm gonna subscribe to you right now. How do I do this?
Wow.
How do I subscribe? How do you subscribe, Chad? What a resubscribe.
Well, Grandma, that would mean the world to me.
How do I do this? Where is it? Oh God.
Thank you, dear Coningston.
It's not.
Grandma, we learned so much from this orb.
I think I got it here.
We learned so much together.
Right now, I just pressed the button here. Here we go.
That's right. Grandma doesn't think I'm unappealing. Grandma's always thought I was appealing. Grandma's always on my side. Resin Trickster, thank you so much.
We used to listen to the Velvet Underground. You remember my record and you peeled off the banana sticker?
I do. I remember. And there was another banana sticker under that sticker, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever.
And you ruined the value. You remember that, don't you?
I do.
Because it's a collector's item. You ever hear the story of that person who bought the Velvet Underground demo record?
No.
And he was in New York, and this guy just at a garage sale buys this blank record that says "BU" on it, and some initials, and it turns out it was a demo.
Johnny Rainbow, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. I appreciate you, Johnny Rainbow. You're amazing. Thank you. We got Resident Trickster on the phone. My grandma. Thank you so much, Johnny Rainbow. I love you. Grandma.
And that record it made the guy like $20,000.
Grandma.
He bought it for like
Grandma, did you find... I don't know why I'm whispering. Grandma, did you find all the secrets of the universe within this orb when you pondered it?
Well, I thought you were the one who was supposed to ponder it, and then you're telling me my secret.
It is, and we found out so much about these secrets, Grandma. Grandma.
What?
Thank you so much for calling in again. I love you so much, Grandma.
Again, he's segueing me. How dare you? Every time he segues me and he cuts me off. I love your chat. I love your Moneyworms.
Cornby, thank you.
Dream good dreams, everybody.
I will.
I love you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Grandma. You're amazing. Everyone, can I get a shout out for Resident Trickster? Thank you so much for calling in, Grandma. Resident Trickster is also a streamer as well. Please, everyone, go give Resident Trickster a follow. Thank you so much, Cornby. And thank you, Follow, for following me. Or full of mouth. Thank you so much for getting sleepy with us.
Call from
Fork, man.
Fork! How are you doing, Fork?
Moneyworms.
How have you been?
Good, how are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. I'm very good. I just got done reminiscing about my scar that I got.
Do you care to elaborate more?
No, because tonight is not about my scars. It's about all of our scars together, collectively, in this...
I got a lot of scars, though.
Well, maybe you'll talk about a scar. You'll have to figure it out, because here's the thing. We got this giant orb before us. It contains the secrets of the universe. It contains the answers, the questions, and everything in between, Fork. Now.
It's quite a beautiful orb.
It is a beautiful orb. Thank the orb. Give it a compliment. What is beautiful? What else?
It's mesmerizing.
Ah. It is. It is, Fork. It's blue. But if you look close enough, it will change colors to whatever color you want to see.
Really?
Yes. Look at it. Let us ponder it together and look at this orb together.
Okay, I'm thinking of a color, but... Oh.
Is it blue? Look at that. Just before your eyes. It is now
You got it.
blue and beautiful, like an illustrious pearl amongst the shell of a delectable sea shallot.
Are sea shallots still a thing? Like, do people still eat those?
I'm not sure. I eat everything I find in the ocean. It's just part of who I am, Fork. If you are ready, Fork, we can dive into the infinite mysteries of this delectable ooze. Thank you so much, AK. I appreciate you. Are you ready?
I'm ready for anything.
Are you ready to ponder this orb as I will tell you the secrets that I see within it?
1000%.
Wow, Fork. Let's dive. Agreed, Rai Rai. A sea shallot. Is that a thing? I don't know. They just said something. Fork, close your eyes and think of a star.
Okay. Like a specific star, like in astrology, or just like a...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Or whatever star.
Okay.
I am a star. Thank you. What star are you thinking of?
I can't think of a specific one right now.
It's all right, because here's the thing. I'm looking in this orb and I see a message. Are you ready to see what it has in store for your future?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm looking. I see in the green pools in the abyss, the color you wanted it to be, that blue, that bluish color, that delicious blue color. The one that looks like a pearl upon the shell of a sea shallot.
Almost turquoise.
Almost turquoise. We're getting there. Fork, it says to you, what makes you cry?
What makes me cry?
Yes. What?
That's a deep question for me, actually.
It is a deep question. This orb only goes deep. It is not a surface orb. It is infinite and deep, much like the color of the blue, the shell that it sits upon, the sea shallot.
Well, to be completely honest and truthful and transparent, like I can honestly probably cry in almost any extreme scenario, whether it be something super happy, super sad, super breathtaking. Sometimes just, a tear coming out of your eye you just can't control it.
So you're saying it can be beauty, it can be pain, it can be loss, it can be a lot of things. A lot of different emotions make you cry.
100%. It happened to me last night.
Last night? You cried last night?
I did. And it was finding out one of my favorite metal guitarists is actually a Twitch streamer.
Whoa.
And I had no idea, and he has been my go-to workout music for like the last 10 years.
Wow. So you're saying these were tears of joy.
Somehow he came across, and he was on live, and I got in chat. He had like 3,000 viewers too. But he played my song request, dude, and I broke down.
Is it the guy from Dragon Force?
No, but equivalent. And if not, just right on that level. Angel Vivaldi.
Angel Revolving.
I'll name drop. Angel Vivaldi.
Tom Ninja.
He is a guitar legend.
Hey, Fricky, thanks for getting sleepy with us. A guitar legend. So
Well,
you were
also, he's a
crying
one-man
tears of
band.
joy. You were not crying tears of pain. You were excited. You're excited that what's his name?
Angel Vivaldi.
Angel Vivaldi streams and puts his music out live on the internet.
He's a great guy. His music is just phenomenal, and he does all of his tracks, and he just shreds guitar on top of his drum tracks and bass tracks and all that stuff. So, I don't know. I've been a huge fan for probably a decade, and just finding out that he's on Twitch last night and talking to him one-on-one and all that just kind of blew me away. So, yeah, that made me cry.
Now, have you cried tears of sadness recently?
Yes. Yes.
Was that more recent than when Angel Vivaldi was streaming?
No. That was last night. Tears of sadness. There's been too many that I can't recall. So, tears of joy are more memorable to me.
Ah, so tears of joy are more memorable. Maybe it is because in the moment, it is not as memorable for you to cry tears of sadness. But, Fork, we know that it is part of being a human. It feels good to cry. It feels good to cry tears of sadness, tears of joy, tears of loss. Because it's part of what being a human is.
Like a purge of emotion.
Purging your emotion, purging your beliefs, looking into this orb and seeing yourself as a tiny child, wanting, needing a Sony PlayStation, but you were not able to get it for the holidays. Instead, you got something else. But you cried about it. And your mom sat you down and told you that someday you'll have a hedgehog. And someday, you know what happened? I did get a hedgehog. And guess what, Fork? They shit everywhere. And they're really hard to take care of.
It's almost like a metaphor for life.
It is.
Nothing is as expected to be.
Nothing is as expected to be or what it was. And you know, Fork, the color of this orb, they do shit everywhere.
Are you asking if I know the color?
They only shit while they run. They shit. They run on their little stupid thing, and they shit everywhere and it flings out all over the place. You got to cover it with a blanket. Yeah, I'm asking.
Like hamsters.
What is like hamsters? Exactly. Most rodents, most marmots, are very annoying. But here's the thing: marmots are marmots, and this orb, what color is it, Fork?
I'm seeing like a blend, like a nice gradient between black and turquoise with some bubbles.
Bubbles. Water. Water signs. Scorpio. November. Here's the thing, Fork. Doesn't this look an awful lot like tears swirling in an infinitesimal an abyss? A void?
Now that you mention it, it's almost like reverse tears. Because tears are liquid. And if they're swimming in some sort of void, it would almost be like space, like drops of water in space.
Wow. Swirling tears. Space tears. The universe.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty spot on if you view it from that perspective.
It is. Now, how often do you cry?
At least a couple times a week, probably.
Wow. You are, that is good. You're in tune with your emotions, and you let it out. And that's probably why you feel good about things, Fork. Unlike other people who bottle up their emotions, and when they do cry, they cry everywhere for hours, and then they have to take a big nap.
Well, I will admit, like, that happens to me too, but I keep those types of cry sessions to myself, and that's what's healing. Is when you can actually let it all out and kind of self-evaluate why you're even feeling like that in the first place.
It takes a lot of intellectual gusto to realize that what you need in life is to ooze from your eyes. But you will always feel better than if you keep it in, bottled up, like a big old can of soda.
1,000%. There's been a couple times where, you know, I've gone on a DMT venture, and immediately, you know, once it's set in, it was just DMT. Crying nonstop.
You are in tune with your third eye.
Feels like a purge.
Purge your body of your negative feelings. Let them out in the tears.
Correct.
They will fall into droplets. Collect those tears and mail them to people, random people on the internet. Send your tears to random people in small vials, unmarked.
There was that one chick that was selling her farts for like, I don't know, she made like 6 figures.
Yes, Fork. Defecates. The body's natural process of getting rid of things. One man's tears and farts is another man's huffing gesture of eternal bliss, Pigeon. Do you like these words that I'm saying? They are, Fork. They are. You have to think of new ways to use your bodily fluids and sell them to people, because that's the only way we're going to make it. It's the only way
You
we're
know
going to
what?
make it in this world.
We were
Fork.
taught that in waiting. You got to make your own penis game, your own penis showing game.
What? I don't think I've ever played this game.
You've never seen the movie Waiting?
No. Wait, is that the one where
the one
is that
about
the one
like
with Dane
serving?
Cook in it?
Like,
I have seen that. I don't really remember it.
yeah, you got to create your own. You got to create your own penis showing game.
You do, but you have to do it legally and consensual.
Well, it's a metaphor.
Sensual. It is a metaphor. You're right.
I don't mean that literally. So people who's listening, please don't go sending dick pics to people. Like, that's not what I'm implying.
Especially not to people that you just met on the internet.
Especially.
Very Devin. I am touching myself on the internet. I'm touching myself right now.
So recently for me, things have kind of been falling into place.
Armpit cam.
With all of my old skills and abilities, like computer programming is falling into my old graphic design ability, like using Photoshop and such. Coincide with my cryptocurrency knowledge, and it's everything's intertwining, especially with my thermography
Go to bed.
certification
I'm
and
looking at you. Go to bed.
taking beautiful photos and manipulating them into masterpieces.
Manipulate them into masterpieces, but here's the thing. Don't you let anyone ever try to manipulate you into a masterpiece. Hey, Socrates, thank you so much for getting sleep with us. Fork.
Those are very wise words.
Did you see what you needed to see within the conduit of me, which was looking into this orb? Did you get what you needed out of tonight, orb? I mean, Fork.
For the most part, yeah, but I was kind of expecting like a tiny little sprite of that rat to like kind of maybe pop in somewhere on the orb.
Wow. I can't do that. But I can do something, Fork. Earlier this stream, I gotta move my cat. Hey, chill out. Earlier this stream,
I'm just being a dick.
It's okay. You're creating your own version of this wiener showing game. Today, I was gifted this amazing dat rat by the one and only T-Ball Sub.
Oh my god, is that a patch?
It's a patch. It's an iron-on patch. So while you said
Holy shit.
You thought...
Wait, where can I buy one? Can I buy one somewhere?
Wow.
T-Ball Sub, please.
T-Ball Sub.
I need one.
T-Ball Sub. This is a trademark of Moneyworms, and if you make any money off of it, I'm going to come after you. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I?
Yo, Moneyworms, that's what I'm saying, man. Let me help you. Like, dude, you will kill it in the NFT game, man. Just get on it sooner than later.
Fork. I think my mom will stop talking to me if she knows that I'm on the internet and that I'm doing NFTs. And that
my family has already ostracized me.
I will become so unappealing, Fork, that not even the most grubulous of grubs will take an interest in me.
Yeah, but when I showed them that the first piece that I minted sold for half a Solana, like, their mind changed.
You can buy fucking cryptocurrency with salami? What are you talking about, dude? Now I'm interested. All right, hold on. What?
No, Solana. It is cryptocurrency. It's like Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's just a different blockchain, and that's what I mint my NFTs on. And when I was able to, when I sold one of my pieces for half a Solana, and I showed my family, they completely changed their mind on my project.
I'll give you 30 pieces of my finest salami for some NFTs. I will trade you salami for cryptocurrency because it's 2022 and that sounds like a normal conversation that we'd have in 2022. Hey, this cryptocurrency is entirely bought by only salami.
If it's aged salami, I might be done.
All right. That sounds good. Well, Fork, I'm glad that you found 95% of what you wanted to find within this orb. And I'm glad you're a member of this community. We're going to get some... I just talked more about merch stuff, and we're going to have to release it in waves. And I'm not going to be able to put out all 4 of them at once, but they're coming, Fork. And if patches are in the deal, then we'll put patches in the deal. But this patch is for me and me only. You can't have it. But you can look at this orb, Fork. You can look at it as much as you want. And remember to always cry, because crying's a lot of fun when you're done with it, because then you can take a big nap.
Well, I'm 1,000% invested.
It can still be.
I'm just waiting on my sweater piece.
What? You still haven't got... I'm going to send it again. I'm going to send you another one, because it should have been there by now, Fork. Fork! You filled out the thing online.
And all the other pieces.
If
too,
I don't know if I did send that. I know I have a lot of things to send to you, Fork. But the orb is here.
You do. That's why I'm not hating. I
know, Fork. We hang out on the internet. And we cry together. Fork, this has been a rad call. Thank you so much for calling in.
I love you, Moneyworms. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan and rad call. Thank you, Fork. Everyone, I wish you a lot of luck for your week ahead of you. I need to be up in about 8 hours. 8.5. 9 hours. 9 hours. 8.5 hours. The week. I hope this orb gives you strength for it. I hope you enjoyed everything that you saw. Thank you, Naomio. Thank you, everyone who gifted subs and followed and cheered bits and things. I feel like I don't say thank you enough, but thank you to everyone that even just comes here and chills with me. Because without this, I would just be looking at an orb by myself on the internet. But you all have created this community that you see before you. You have put in the blood, sweat, and tears. The tears that you forged in your own path. The own path that you know, the one path that you're going on. And it's happening, and you can see it. Stick around for the raid, everyone. Thank you so much. I will be live again on Thursday. If you haven't already, please check me out on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I respond to DMs. I find inspiration through everything that you say. Someone the other day said to me, "Hey, I think you should. I don't like you." And then I made this orb because I wanted to. And you know who you are. Look at this. Look at this orb. Look at this. It just looks beautiful. It looks like a dumb screensaver. All right, everyone, please stick around for the raid. We're going to find someone who is on, streaming, having a blast, reminiscing. We're going to... Oh, boy, my back hurts tonight. Oh, boy, my back hurts. Duplicate sound. Oh, boy, my back hurts, too. Hey, how are you doing over there? Hey, you like things? How are you doing over there? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I didn't ask you. I never asked you. I didn't ask you. I never asked you. I didn't ask you. Stick around, everyone. Keep your secrets. The secrets. You are the secret. There are 3 secrets, and you're one of them. Wow. Boy. Stick around. Don't leave. I know you want to leave, but you can't yet. You're not supposed to leave. Stick around. I love you all. I love you all. You're all amazing people. Where do we want to go? Hold on. Where do we want to go? Where do we fucking want to go? What's going on here? What's going on in here? Hold on. What's going on in here? Some games. There's some art. You know what? You know what would be a good way to kick off this? We haven't been here in a long time. Stay muted. How long is this person? Oh yeah. Go enjoy some illustrious sounds. Enjoy some illustrious sounds. Wait, what does it say? What would be a good way to kick it off? Yes. Yes. Boy. They don't make it easy to raid anymore. They really don't. Oh. I'll see you all on Thursday, everybody. We're going to be drawing. I bought some new drawing pads, and that's what all this stuff goes to. It goes to new drawing pads. All right, rad call, everybody. Good night. Wieners and balls.